Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, everyone.
Ah, perfect time and good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome
Perfect
to this
timing.
meeting of your Los Angeles City Council. Today is Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. I'd like to call this meeting to order, please. I'm Paul Krikorian, President of the City Council, and we're ready to begin. Public comment will be taken today both in person in the council chamber and via teleconference. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield, De
Which
Leon,
items would you
Harris,
like to speak
Dawson,
on?
Hernandez, Hutt, Krikorian, Lee, McCosker, Park, Price,
Good
Braun,
morning.
Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky.
Oh, look.
10 members present and a quorum, Mr.
Guys.
President.
First order of business.
I got to tell you something. You know, I decided I was just looking it up all this shit and I'm looking up, cutting up all these, editing all these old LA City Council meeting things. And I found out who Wayne Spindler is. Mr. Spindler. Wayne Spindler. Who is an actual attorney who has passed the bar. Who is right now an actual attorney that has passed the bar. So you think he's a crazy guy with the goat puppet and all that? He's an attorney. And he's actually got in trouble with the city. The city sued him. Herb Wesson sued him. He sued the city back. So yeah, he's had quite a 10 years plus of him coming in. Didn't even know it.
Thank you.
So yeah, there you go. You think he's a cuckoo guy? Apparently he's pretty bright.
Thank you. Madam
Wild,
Clerk, let's
right?
run through the agenda.
Look him up. Wayne
Items
Spindler.
1 through 15 are items noticed for public hearing. Items 16 through 43 are items which public hearings have been held. Items 44 through 53 are items which public hearings have not been held. Items 54 through 58 are
What's up,
closed
Carlos?
session items considered by the Budget, Finance, and Innovation Committee. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Yeah, apparently he's gone back and forth. What he did is that he got in trouble.
Very good.
He penned
Without
a
objection,
picture
members,
of
those
a
items are
man
now
being
before us.
hung
Are
while
there
wearing
any items that members would like to
a hood,
discuss?
just like Mr. Herman's wearing today, with a swastika
Well,
on it.
Members are considering.
Mr. Spindler
I'm
was
gonna,
wearing that.
Ask that we call item 53 special.
So
for
yeah, you can
second
see
vote.
it. There's pictures of it. Just
And
Google
also,
Wayne Spindler.
item 39. I'd like to call special for the moment.
SPINDLER Spindler.
Councilmember Park.
Oh, and I see Mr. Sachs back there. He's in the house. Shout out to Mr. Sachs. He's in here. Love him. Love him.
What was that number?
That's
Item
pretty
40.
stupid.
40. Very good. Thank you. Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to call item 16 special for a separate vote and 34 special for comments and a separate vote, please.
Okay. Councilmember
Lined
Blumenfield.
up for all the fucking items we can speak
Item
on,
23,
sir.
just to make sure we move the budget and
right?
finance
And
report.
25 through 28, which
Yes,
incorporates
and
the
general,
other
yes.
ones.
Yes, and the
Go
general
ahead.
comment period, yeah.
Okay.
Is there a second to that verbal motion?
I'll second that. Oh, Councilmember Hernandez. Seconded by Councilmember Hernandez. Thank you. Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Hi, Council President.
Yeah, Mark, I did see that. There was video of the shooting we saw last night. The poor
31.
guy, they were working on him. LAPD was trying to bring him back, and they couldn't.
Any other specials, members?
Shot dead in his car. He was in the driver's seat of his BMW. That was the one we heard on Victory in front of the smoke shop.
Councilmember Hernandez, just to double check, so your items called special are 16 separate vote and 13 separate vote? Thank you.
Oh, no, wait, say that one more time.
16 and 13?
34.
Oh, 34.
Thank you.
All right. With that clarification, Madam Clerk, what matters are now before us that are available for us to vote on?
No motives. They didn't even catch anybody. They didn't even catch nobody. Don't know what the motive was. You know.
Mr. President, that would be 17 through 22, 24 through 30,
Yeah, she loves her mask. She's a
32.
big time mask wearer.
33,
First speaker.
35.
First caller,
through
which items would you
38,
like to speak on?
41 through
We don't even need her
46.
anymore. Does she realize that I already could duplicate her work with just
members,
this
those
machine?
Items are now before
Just
us.
record her.
If there's no other
Fire her.
questions and no one
All
wishes
that
to be
money,
heard,
we can
let's
go
ahead
to
and open the
homeless
poll.
people. I don't know, whatever the fuck you want it to.
Close
There you
the roll
go.
and tabulate
Already
the
done.
votes.
There's already savings. Don't put me on the. I'll fire every one of these
For the
motherfuckers.
record, the
And do the same thing.
ordinances for 28 through 30 as well, 28 through 30 are held over 1 week to June 27, 2023, unless reconsidered with 12 members present, sir.
Let's sue them.
Okay, thank you very
A
much.
lot of people do.
And,
Just
Mr.
so we're
Speaker,
clear,
we
there's lots
have,
and lots that do.
Technical amendment.
I am a problem
proposed
solver,
by
Crystal.
Councilmember Rahman
I don't
on
beat
item
around the
number
bush.
53. Could you please read that into the record?
Yes, the motion asks that.
Need this shirt?
item
Yeah, you gotta
53
ask
on
Lonnie
today's
where she
agenda
got
Be
it.
amended to include the following
love it.
language. It says section 8.33 B22. There is a citywide increase by more than 20%, and this is the technical change.
Of course
In
they love
a
the
single
Dodgers
year,
now.
End of the technical
Any
change.
chases on
as
today?
reported in the annual.
Yeah,
point
there's
in
one
time
scheduled at 1:30.
So it's a clarification that increase must be. In a single
Speaking
year. I
of
will second
schedules,
that.
There's supposed to be the vote today that took place. Remember, we saw the whole fighting between the Armenian parents, and all the trans activists in Glendale. We saw that about 2 weeks ago. Well, that day they weren't able to do the vote. They postponed it
Very
till
good.
today. So today is the day they're supposed to be
All right, so is
revoting.
there
So I'm
anything else
wondering
before us before we begin public
if anything will be happening there in Glendale today.
Closed session items
Oh, yes,
considered
thank
by
Be interesting.
by Budget and Finance and Innovation Committee.
Very good. Well, let me turn to our budget chair, Councilmember Blumenfield, for his recommendations on.
We got
items
pushed back to
54 through
225.
50.
Thank you, Ken, for letting me know. I would have been totally,
I think we can deal with these in open
left
session,
out.
And the committee
Throw me a
recommended
frickin'
approval of
bone here.
Very good. Thank you. Madam Clerk, if you could please read
Fuck.
the settlement.
Feel like
recommendation.
Dr. Evil and
Yes,
shit.
sir. Item
Throw me a
54, the
frickin'
case
bone
entitled
here.
Zenora
I'm the
Cruz
boss.
versus City of Los Angeles.
Need the
et al.
info.
There is a recommendation to expend up to $127,500 in settlement. Item 55, in the case entitled The People of the State of California, XREL et al. Versus City of Los Angeles. There is a recommendation to expend up to $350,000 in settlement. Item 56, in the case
I've got
entitled Juan
information, man.
Castorena
New shit
versus
has come
City
to
of Los
light.
Angeles.
That's
et
Kent.
al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $300,000 in settlement. Item 57, a case entitled Valerie Morris versus City of Los Angeles. There is a recommendation to reject the plaintiff's offer of settlement. Finally, item 58, in the case entitled Yvonne Mendoza et al. Versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $750,000 in settlement.
Those are all lawsuits. Money
Right, those
pending.
matters are now
And,
before
yeah.
us. Members, are there?
When am I moving to
any of
Texas?
those
Never,
items that
Larry.
any member would
I'll
like
move
to
out of this
have
state at
questions
some
about
point, but not
considered
to
in closed
Texas.
session? If
Texas is
not,
a nice place. Too
we can go
hot,
ahead
too
and
big.
vote on those
They don't allow the
recommendations
weed.
collectively. Those
So,
items
yeah,
are now
no.
before us. Let's go ahead and
I don't want to,
close the roll.
I'll go to Nevada
And
before I
tabulate
go
the
to
votes.
Texas.
11 eyes.
Just as cheap.
Very
At
good.
least you got
So
Vegas
we
to
can
deal
proceed
with, some
now
fun.
to,
Plus you got, the
public
mountains
comment. Madam
and plenty of
Clerk,
lakes to
please
go
read the
fishing
instructions for
and
public comment.
As
lots to do
indicated
there.
on the agenda,
You can own
members of the
weaponry,
public wishing to offer public
open
comment
carry.
should call
That sense.
669-254-5252
No, I think you have to have a
and
permit,
use
but,
meeting
yeah,
ID
you know what I
number
mean.
160-535-8466 and then press
Besides, they don't
pound.
want me in Texas.
Press pound again when prompted.
You
for
wanna call, guys,
participant
right there.
ID. Once admitted to the meeting, press *9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press *6 to unmute.
You see it, Yessie?
Again,
It's crazy,
call
right?
669-254-5252
What's up, Terry? Good morning.
and
Hi,
use
Scooby.
meeting ID number 160-535-8466. Press pound.
Yeah, full auto
press
in
pound
Vegas.
again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted to a meeting, press *9 to request to speak. When
I
it
already
is your
lived in
turn to
Vegas
speak,
for
an
9
automated
months,
Zoom
too. It's
voice
the only
will
other
ask you to
place I've
press
lived.
*6 to
So.
unmute.
I know what it's like. I know what to
To members
expect.
of the public calling in, when it is your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you would like to
Right,
speak on.
Yessie?
You have 1 minute per item to speak, up to 3
And if you
minutes
go through
total,
all the crazy
and 1
stuff,
minute for general
it would
public
be
comment.
oh, what's up, Irma?
Speak
It's
to the
it's even
items
wilder,
before
yeah.
beginning general
Matt and
public
Irma, thank
comment.
you so much and
We will tell you
congratulations
when
again
your
on
time is
that
up.
cup.
When
And now you guys
speaking
got
on
the
agenda
A's
items,
too.
You must be on
Scooby,
topic.
thank you.
Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can.
Hi, BJ.
If you are not speaking on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are speaking on topic,
Well,
you will
they
get
can't
one
disbar
brief
them,
warning
BJ.
from me
You
or
know,
the
it's
president.
really First
If you
Amendment
do not
right.
Immediately get
Nothing-
clearly
he'll
on
sue the
topic,
bar.
or again straight
Win
off
that.
topic, you
That's
will
what these
forfeit the
people
rest of
like
your
to do.
speaking
There's
time,
look,
and we will
much
move
as
on to
we
the next
don't
speaker.
like sometimes
The
free
items
speech,
open for public
it is
comment
free speech.
are 1 through 15.
Lit
and
Dad,
44
thank you so
through
much.
53.
Appreciate you.
For members of the public calling in to speak, when it is your turn, an automated message from Zoom will prompt you to press *6 to unmute yourself.
Hopefully, it speeds up for
if
you.
you do not do
Shady.
so, council
Hi,
staff
Christy.
will prompt you once more.
Hi, Jesus.
If you do not immediately unmute yourself, when
Move to
prompted by
Ireland?
staff,
Nah.
you will
Fucking
forfeit your
dude,
time.
Dublin's
and we will move on to the
wild.
next
That
speaker.
shit's gangster.
Also,
I'm all good on
if you are
Dublin.
listening to the council meeting on your computer, channel 35, or another device, please turn down the volume on those devices immediately when it is your turn to speak. Because of feedback and a time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, it will cause a lot of confusion if you continue to listen on your other devices. Finally, for callers, please keep an ear to the phone so that you know when it is your turn to speak. Thank you.
What's up, Tommy? How are you?
Great, thank you. With
Shout out
that,
to you and
we're
the rest
ready to
of
begin
Auburn.
public comments. So I'm
Salem
going to
too.
call out a series of names, and
Yeah,
as
I'm
I
wondering
call
if
your
the
name,
Armenian
if you could
community
please
is going to
make your
get
way to your left-hand
upset again
side of
today
the
if they
chambers
try to continue
so
the vote
that,
in
Our
Glendale.
sergeants will be able to.
I'd assume
direct you
yes.
To the podium.
We'll see.
So we'll start with Chuck Martinez, Claudio Montanari,
Here we go, guys.
Robert Lawrence,
What's up, Odenata?
Beverly Roberts, Trinity Tran, and Estuardo Mazariegos, please.
All right, let me fix the screen real quick, guys.
Good morning, Speaker. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Okay, my name is Chuck Martinez. I live at Barrington Plaza, and I'm speaking to items number 40 under housing and homelessness number 23.
Thank you, Lonnie.
And general comments.
So items number 23 and item, you said number 40?
40 is for Barrington
Lonnie
Plaza.
Jizbaldo wants this shirt. I don't know where did you get this
So
one?
those items are not open.
They
for
were already
public
asking
comment,
me.
but you can
Everybody
speak to them
asked me,
during
where did you
general
get
public
this one?
comment. So you have 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay. I want to read a quote from Tracy Park's website.
I'm telling you, yes, you just keep digging.
It
It's
says,
crazy.
quote,
Oh, you got it on
"Tracy
eBay?
believes
Okay.
that one
So
of
there
our
you go,
most
Jizz. It's on
pressing
eBay.
challenges is to help tenants
I guess
stay
just put
housed.
Tuxedo Cat.
We
What you
can
looking at?
prevent
What the fuck you looking at?
homelessness
Look come
before it
up.
happens,
T-shirt.
But not enough effort is directed at preventative solutions, which Tracy will work to.
You ready,
change!
Squid?
Exclamation point. Smoke. End quote. Just imagine if you're a passenger on an airplane, and your pilot tells everybody on board that there's a major issue with this plane, and it needs to be fixed midair. Well, the only way to fix it midair, he said, is instead of moving some people from one row to another, we're going to basically tell everybody to evacuate this plane, and that'll allow us to fix this problem.
Your time's up.
Is that it?
Thank you for your fucking analogy. That was fucking took
thank you, sir.
7 minutes to figure out. And he didn't
Next
even get his
speaker.
point across. What a dummy. And there's Mr. Sachs sitting front row, baby. Like, what was all that
Good
about?
morning,
Dude?
Speaker. If you could please remind us of the name that you
He
signed up
wasted
under
his
and the
whole
items
time.
you would like to speak on.
It's Claudio Montanari. I'm going to be speaking on general comments and also on the homelessness.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public
Jerk
comment.
off.
Okay. So I'm a tenant of Barrington Plaza. We've been told for the last few months that we're being evicted because they want to install fire sprinklers in the property. I have here the plans that they submitted to the city, where the fire sprinklers are now becoming new windows, new facade for the building, new pathways throughout the property, new landscaping on the property. They are doing a full remodel on the building, and we are all being evicted because they're using the Ellis Act in a way that it was not intended. The Ellis Act is to go out of business from the rental properties. They are not going out of business. They are remodeling a building, and we are all being evicted with this. This is proof that this is what they're doing. The Ellis Act, again, is being misused. We need to stop this. This is going to be the end of rent control in Los Angeles. You guys need to act on this. Please, we need your help.
And Speaker, can you please repeat your name one more time?
Yes, it's Claudio Montanari.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, I'm sure we will,
Next
Rodney.
speaker, please.
We got our homeboy right there, Mr. Sachs. We got Mr. Herman with a swastika and a
Please remind us of
KKK
the
hood
meeting
on.
you signed up under
So why
and the
not?
items you would like to speak on?
Robert Lawrence, is there any way I could speak more than 1 minute if I speak also about homelessness and Barrington Plaza? Oh, God. Can I combine the two?
So if it's related to item 53, then yes. So you have
I'm
1
sorry.
minute for the item and 1 minute for general public comment.
So I have 2 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for the opportunity to speak to you today about the mass eviction that is occurring at Barrington Plaza. You already know about Douglas Emmett's unlawful manipulation of the Ellis Act to evict the tenants in the name of gentrification and the end of all rent-stabilized units in the complex. They could easily keep their tenants housed on the premises by utilizing the tenant habitability plan. But I'm here today to shine a light on the darker, more malevolent side of Douglas Emmett's management style. In their own guards' words, one of intimidation and harassment to force out as many tenants as they can as quickly as they can. The day our eviction, we received our eviction notices. There were posted teams of sinister, dark-suited security guards. Noticed the tenants as men in black descended on the property, giving the sprawling palm tree covered plaza the feeling of an armed compound. There was a lot of harassment that went on. They refused to let us show reporters different aspects of the property. It's been a nightmare in terms of trying to just live there. So I'll give you the last minute.
Yeah, Men in Black.
I'm telling you all this because this is a kind of treatment is symptomatic of their mass eviction and their perception that their tenants exist solely for the exploitation in the name of corporate greed. It would not be disingenuous to call Douglas Emmett the Sacklers of big development. If the definition of a slumlord is a property owner who does not properly or ethically manage their residential property, then Douglas Emmett deserves 5 stars in this category. With our eviction, hundreds of tenants are facing either imminent relocation to a distant, more affordable part of city or premature residence in extended care facility, even homelessness. 51 years ago, when I was a student at Berkeley, I marched on Sproul Plaza against the injustice and corruption of the Vietnam War with a sign that read, "Hell no, we won't go." Last Tuesday, I marched in front of Barrington Plaza with the same sign. Please help us win this war.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Emotional damage.
Oh, when I was at Berkeley and I was speaking out against the war, not being there, of course, not fighting for the country, just speaking out about it being real tough.
Good morning, Speaker.
Sit down, liberal puke.
I'm glad to see you all again. This is my first time in this building since the COVID thing. But I'm here, Public 31, I forgot to say that.
I'm sorry, general public comment?
Okay, here we go. Last July, the city unanimously approved a motion for Los Angeles to take the first steps toward a public bank feasibility study and business plan. We thank city council members for their leadership and urge the council to allocate funding for the public bank RFP to move forward with an important tool for the city to leverage its own assets, reduce borrowing costs, and free up more funds to support LA priorities. The Los Angeles Public Bank provides a public option for handling the city's finances.
Bacon Grease, thank you so much for the subscription to Twitch Prime for 5 months. I appreciate you. You have a beautiful day as well. And of course, back for more time.
Thank you.
He is gangster. Yes, I'm trying to tell you that. And if you look at the dates that he's been here, like you're talking 10 years back, he's been a thorn in their side for 10 years. Did they just mute her? I guess they did, because I didn't.
I'm sorry, Ms. Roberts. That was your time.
That's it. We don't care about you.
But it's great to see you again. Thank you for coming back. To
It's really great to see you again. We really don't care, though. They should just say that. They should just be honest. It's really great to see you, but we don't care. We've got the LAPD to move you now. LAPD moving the old lady. Shit, yeah.
Well, let's do this. Mr. City Attorney or Madam Clerk, if you could please let Ms. Roberts know which items are available for comment that are still on the agenda. Because because that one was already heard in committee, but there are some other items that may be available for comment.
Right. So you just used your 1 minute for general public
Did
comment.
he comb his hair today?
If you would like to use the other
I
3
don't know,
minutes,
guys.
have
You
to
can see
speak
the
to
back.
items
It's got a
that are
wing
open
back there. You can
for
see
public
it.
Comment, and that is items
It's got a wing
1
growing
through
back there or
15
something.
and 44
It's
through
got like a
53.
hook up here. Like, bro, does this dude just sleep on the couch,
So
on the
on
leather
item
couch and back
31,
before
one
10
more
o'clock
minute
and
on
then gets
item
up?
31.
Okay, well, let me
Just want to know. I mean, I don't have any problem with
The
it.
Los Angeles Public Bank provides a public option for handling the city's finances. Right now, LA taxpayers pay Wall Street banks over $300 million in fees and over $1.3 billion in interest yearly. This money could instead be reinvested in communities. A public bank's deposit generate loans locally with profits and interest and return to Los Angeles.
What's this guy doing?
Enabling our city to
Keep an
focus
eye on him.
affordable housing, infrastructure, small businesses, and other projects determined at the local level. Thank you for your time.
Dude's
Thank you very
angry.
much.
I don't know if you heard it.
And
You could hear it
and
slightly. He was
I'm sorry,
asking Mr.
for
Herman,
those
why are you
who
wearing a
are coming
KKK
to
mask?
Speak about the public bank. I just
I
wanted
didn't
to
hear
clarify,
Mr. Herman
Mr.
say anything.
Martinez had called that special for comments, so that's why we haven't voted.
So I
on
think
it.
he's mad
but it
that
was
Herman's wearing a
previously heard
KKK
and public
mask with a
comment was taken
swastika
in
on it.
committee,
I mean,
so
why would he
that's
be, of course?
not eligible for public
Fucking
comment
Mr.
today, but
Herman,
you can
dude.
certainly talk about it as part of your general public comment. So, Ms. Tran.
Not 31 in general, just general public comment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'll go quick. I'm Trinity Tran with Public Bank LA. We're a volunteer advocacy group. Each year, the city of Los Angeles spends billions of dollars on debt service and finance costs to private commercial banks. This diverts public funds from critical areas like affordable housing, sustainable infrastructure projects, and supporting small businesses in underserved communities. So by establishing a public bank, the city could recapture those funds and redirect them towards targeted lending programs. And we highly recommend the city review the recently published reports from the Jane Family Institute and the Berggruen Institute. They provide detailed analysis of the municipal banks' lending and investment programs that show that a public bank is not only profitable, but is viable and can provide returns to LA taxpayers. So we appreciate the council's longstanding support on public banking, and your continued leadership on this will provide the city with more tools to be able to leverage its own assets to reduce borrowing costs, which then leaves more resources for the city to meet its social and environmental goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tran. Thank you for your leadership on this as well. Next speaker, please.
Yeah, Kevin. Oh, okay. I'm not going to switch. All right.
Good morning, Speaker. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Yes, Stuardo Macediegos, co-director of Los Angeles ACE, and I'm here to do public comment. I understand that item 31 is not open for comment.
Fucking Google.
Correct.
Might
you
be.
can certainly speak to it
He's a
during
mole?
your general public comment.
Can I get an additional minute?
No, and I'm sorry, but we have 43 remaining speakers still who would like to speak. That's why we...
Bullshit.
Well, we're here in support of the
43,
public
huh?
comment, but also we're here
Let's
because
count.
there's another scandal.
Let's count.
Before any action is taken to either suspend or allow Councilmember Curran Price to remain on the council, ACE is requesting that Council President Paul Krikorian and Councilmember Marquise Harris Dawson engage in an extensive community engagement process, including a forum on City District 9's representation of both district-level issues and citywide matters. While the investigation continues, residents in CD9 must have direct representation and understand who is accountable for smaller level concerns such as potholes, trash cleanups, and larger scale issues such as land use and tenant protections. We're facing gentrification pressure and other displacement issues that will be exacerbated by the upcoming Olympics and rezoning efforts such as South Los Angeles Community Plan Implementation Overlay. CD9 is also an area that's been marginalized and left out of the civic life for a very long time in our community. So we want to have accountable representation, and we look forward to partnering with you all in a fight for transparent, ethical, and accountable governance and self-determination in City District 9.
Good luck with that, bro.
All right, I'm going to call out a few more names. Andrew Ron, Estuardo Mazariegos, Alonso Landeros, Alonso Landeros, Ana Cruz, and Ana Marcial, please.
They're going to tell you, Emiliano, that they got 40 hours left of air. Let me guess. Now go watch it. Tell me if I was right.
My name is Andrew Ron. I'd like to speak on number 40.
So item number 40 is not open for public comment, but you can speak to it during your 1 minute of general public comment.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm
you have 1
psychic.
minute.
My name is Andrew Ron. I'm a resident of Barrington Plaza. I'm part of the mass eviction that's taking place. Douglas Emmett's claims that they're conducting this mass eviction for public safety and fire safety is obviously a transparent charade. Their interest is to renovate the property into luxury units and then bring them back market rate. This is going to result in many homeless people and people displaced from the city. So far, the actions of the city council to date have been inadequate. Even though there's not regulations in place right now, it's in the purview of the city to sue Douglas Emmett to prevent these evictions. If you don't prevent this eviction, this is just going to be a domino effect where rent control is going to end in Los Angeles completely. You know, you need to stop this charade. You need to step up right now. Thank you.
What's up, Pez?
Good morning, Speaker. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Good morning. My name is Ana Cruz. I would like to give a general public comment.
That's right.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Ana Cruz. I am an organizer with Community Power Collective.
Got a KKK
I
mask.
am concerned that the cost of the seller's permit for street vendors will increase to $541 when thousands of families are still suffering the impacts of the pandemic, such as the rent, debt, and they could not pay. And now they're struggling to stay in their homes. I ask you to support the motion on the vending permit cost study to support thousands of families who depend on street vending in the city of Los Angeles. And that
He is tripping.
take as an example that cities
Physically
like San Diego have
and
a
mentally.
permit of
There's
$38.
Mr. Sachs.
So that it is possible to determine a more
He doesn't
affordable
like him.
cost for sellers in Los Angeles. Also, that a free permit
They don't
be
like each
considered
other.
to our seniors who
Probably said
continue to
something right
work
there to
and
him.
support the economy of the city. Thank you.
Remember, Mr. Sachs is a Jewish man. Doesn't like
Thank you.
swastikas.
Next speaker, please.
He said it before.
Good morning, Speaker. If
Oh,
you could
yeah.
please remind us
Mr.
of the
Sachs
names
ain't a
you
small
signed up
man,
under
if you
and the
notice.
items
He's a
you would
big
like to
dude.
speak on.
Probably 6'4". Tall man.
Good morning. It's my public comment and articles or issues from 1 through 15.
¿Y su nombre?
Su nombre, por favor.
Buenos días, mi nombre es
Neo
Ana Marcial,
Jawa.
soy miembro de ACE del Distrito 9.
Hi, my name is Ana Marcial. I'm a member of ACE in District 9.
So for items
Bueno.
1 through 15, you have 3 minutes. And for general public comment, you have 1 minute.
Bien,
So-
señora, tendrá 3 minutos para los temas de 1 a 15 y su comentario público 1 minuto. Si por favor da una pausa después de cada par de frases para traducirle. Gracias.
And please begin with the items
Puede
first.
comenzar
Thank
con
you.
los temas primero.
No estamos aquí en contra o
Definitely
por
looks like a
ninguna,
Star Wars
estamos aquí para
character of some kind,
representar a
Mark.
nuestra comunidad.
Yes.
Yes, we're not here opposing anything. We're here actually representing our community.
Estamos de aquí para mantener nuestra voz y tener un poder público con el concejal de la ciudad.
Yes, we're here to maintain our voices
They
heard
are
and have
jockey, but
public
they have a
power
lot of
here in
injuries.
City Council.
Queremos un plan transparente para cualquier cambio que se haga.
We want a transparent plan for any changes made.
Queremos un foro comunitario con el presente del concejal y representante.
And we would like a community forum with the council or a representative from the city council.
Queremos más servicios para comunidad, como más calles limpias, los callejones con menos basura y un poco de más limpieza.
We would like some street services such as cleaning, alleys, streets, sidewalks, a little bit more cleanliness.
Queremos que el representante tenga interés en nuestra comunidad y vote con los inquilinos.
We would like a representative that has interest invested in our community, that takes votes from the tenants.
Y también queremos un plan de la ciudad para reforma política.
We want a citywide plan for government reform.
Apoyamos un banco público, pero necesitamos apoyar el reporte para saber cómo podemos lograr un banco público en Los Ángeles.
And we would like a public bank, but we also want a proper report to see how the public bank would work in Los Angeles.
That's pretty stupid.
Speaker, the item dealing with the bank is not currently open for public comment. So if you'd like to speak to your general public comment, you can.
Sí, señora, pues el asunto del banco no está en los temas que se pueden mencionar, pero si desea puede hacer su comentario público más acerca de ello.
Así es, gracias.
That's it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Gracias a usted, señora.
What the
Next
hell's
speaker,
going
please.
on? Who changed everything?
And I'm going to call a few more names as the speakers coming up. Sofia Mendoza, Red Chief Hunt, Chantel Daniels, Ms. Boynton Crow, Rosa Miranda, Muhammad Abdullah, Reina Villatoro, and Nancy Villanueva. Good morning.
Buenos días.
Which items,
Good morning.
can you please remind us of your
Sí, señor.
name and then which items you would like to speak on?
¿Puede recordarnos, por favor, su nombre y los temas a los que se va a dirigir?
Alonso Landeros. Quería comentario público y artículo del 1 al 15. 3 minutos, por favor.
Yes,
I turned it on,
Alonso
Johnny.
Landeros,
Sí.
comment on issues from 1 through 15 and
Good
public
morning,
comment.
Arnold Sachs.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for items from 1 through 15.
Sí, señor.
That deals with the street lighting. And
I
1 minute for
control
general
Mr.
public
Sachs
comment.
now.
Tiene 3
We don't
minutos
even
en
need
los temas
Mr.
de 1 a
Sachs
15 que
anymore.
se tratan de luces
I'm
para las
Mr.
calles
Sachs.
municipales
Oh,
y 1 minuto para su comentario público.
Hola, mi nombre es Alonso Landeros y soy miembro de ACE, Distrito 9. No estamos aquí ni a favor de nadie. Estamos aquí para representar nuestra comunidad.
Hi, I'm Alonso Landeros, and I'm a member of ACE, District 9. And we're not here opposing or favoring anyone. We're here representing our community.
Estoy aquí para mantener nuestra voz y poder público en el concejal de la ciudad.
Yes, we're here to maintain our voice heard publicly and have support from the City Council.
Queremos un plan transparente para cualquier cambio que se haga.
We would like a transparent plan so we can see any changes made.
Queremos un foro comunitario con Paul Keresian, presente del concejal.
And we would like a representative, with a community representative set by Paul Krikorian, the president of City Council.
Y representante Marquisi Aris Downson.
And the representative, Marquise Harris Dawson.
Queremos más servicios para nuestra comunidad como derecho a un abogado y que pare la injusticia sobre los dueños contra los inquilinos, los golpes.
Well, we'd like more representation, like free legal representation, attorneys, and for you to stop harassment by tenant,
Y el
to
abuso,
tenants by
que
landlords.
escuchan los niños, que el dueño habla con los padres de palabras inapropiadas.
The abuse that kids have to hear because these landlords speak to their parents with inappropriate language.
Queriendo meterse a la propiedad, a golpear al inquilino.
Speaker,
Y
this sounds
Yes,
like
señor.
general public comment. I'm going to move you over to general
Me
public
suena
comment.
como que ya
So
está
you have
dando su
1 minute.
comentario público general,
Hi, Robert.
habla de los temas, así
Que-
que tiene 1 minuto.
queremos un representante que tenga el interés de nuestra comunidad en mente, que vote contra los inquilinos.
We want a representative that has our interest in mind, that votes with the tenants.
Y también queremos
Not
un
against.
plan a la ciudad para reforzar la política.
And we want a plan, a citywide plan that reinforces their policy.
Y también queremos un banco público.
And also a public bank.
Necesitamos que apoyen el reporte para saber cómo podemos lograr el banco público
We need a public report so we can find out how a public bank can work
en la ciudad de Los Ángeles.
in the city of Los Angeles.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Good morning, Speaker.
Good morning.
If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Yeah, I am the Red Chief Hunt. And I'm speaking on housing, I'm speaking on general public comment.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the first one. Which items would you like to speak on?
I'm speaking on housing, 44, and general public comment.
Speak up, homeboy.
So
Use your
you
voice.
have 1 minute for item number 44 and 1 minute for general public comment.
Trying to see what Ace
Okay,
is.
So, let's take the item 44. Let's talk about the homeless people and getting them situated. Here we have all this money, and we don't have a plan. 20 years ago, we filed for an injunction, 2004. 20 years later, we still have 70,000 homeless people. The FMR rates are not compatible to housing. They need to be improved. The FMR rates, that the subsidies don't match the number of people. The subsidies need to go up to $2,400 for housing to house 70,000 people in the county and the city of Los Angeles. Now, general public comment.
$2,400 a month they
everything's
want for
colluded.
rent.
All the council guys and things like that, we have a lot of collusion going on. What's going on with you guys? You guys get paid a lot of money. You guys get paid, got a free gas card. I'm still coming up with a lot of corruption. Here again, you guys need to correct that. I'm not doing any name calling or anything like that, but as a city council, I've been down here for 20 years, and I had the best city council ever from 2004 to 2014. Highest paid activists in the country. Please get you guys stuff together. City attorney, I don't like what you're doing. I like 2 roles, and I like everything else for the public. I might challenge you on that, ample alternative and things like that, but this is a public meeting. Everybody needs to be seen the same way, view the same people. If they view you up close, view the people up close. Same thing, equal and opportunity for everybody.
Thanks very much.
Man,
Next
you
speaker,
know he
please.
done smoked a joint before the shit. He was stumbling on his own speech. At least he wasn't reading from his phone.
Buenos
Give him
días,
that.
miembros de este concilio. Mi nombre es Rosa Miranda, soy organizadora con Colectivo Poder Comunitario.
Hi, good morning, members. I'm Rosa. Perdón, ¿su nombre dijo?
Miranda.
Rosa Miranda. I'm here with Collective Community Power.
And which items would you like to
Sí,
speak
señora
on?
Miranda. ¿A qué tema se desea referir?
Well, DC,
quiero
that's
hablar
not
en
enough.
comentario
They need
público.
24.
Public, general public comment, please.
You're going to
You have
help
1
pay.
minute.
Bien, señora, tiene un minuto.
Señores concejales, estoy aquí para urgirles a ustedes que podamos escuchar en su agenda la moción de la concejal Nitia
Yes.
sobre el costo del permiso de vendedores en las aceras.
Councilors, I would urge you to please put on your agenda the proposition by Ms. Nithya about street vendors. I would like to see that on your agenda.
Ahorita está detenido en el Comité de Obras Públicas y el Comité de Desarrollo Económico.
Because it's being held up in public works and public development committees.
Y les urjo porque estamos a tiempo récord, donde podemos escuchar esta moción y escucharlo aquí en en el concilio completo.
We would urge you to do this in record time to move this forward so we can hear this motion in the city council so we could complete.
Les pido que puedan adoptar el programa de permisos como lo es en Chicago.
We ask you to adopt programs such as LOS in Chicago.
En Chicago cuesta $100 cada 2 años.
See, in Chicago, this costs them $100 every 2 years.
$50 para personas de la tercera edad y personas discapacitadas.
Thank you, Speaker. Your
$50 for
time has
people of
expired.
advanced age or for disabled people.
She likes those
Gracias, señora.
Democrat
Exceden su
states.
tiempo, su minuto, pero gracias.
In cities.
Yes, I urge you to vote on this.
All right,
Thank
from
you very much.
Chicago,
Next speaker,
Illinois
please.
to
Próxima voz.
Los Angeles, California, baby. Next up, New York.
Good morning, Speaker. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
New York, New York.
Buenos días. Buenos días, señores concejales. Mi nombre es Elena González. Soy vendedora ambulante en la ciudad de Los Ángeles.
Hi, good morning, councilors. My name is Elena Gonzalez, and I'm a street vendor in the streets of Los Angeles.
Señores concejales, estoy preocupada por el aumento del costo de los permisos en julio de este año. Se aumentará de 291 a 541.
Gentlemen of the council, I'm really worried about the cost of the permits for street vendors. They're going up from 291 to
Right, Jeff?
541
Should have just
July
put-
of this year.
Señores, estoy preocupada ya que las ventas están muy bajas. Yo soy madre soltera que lucho día a día para sobrevivir y darle de comer a mis hijos.
I'm very worried because sales are so low, and I'm a single mother. I have to go out and work and fight every day to just feed my children.
Me preocupa porque el costo de la canasta básica está muy altas. También las rentas de las viviendas son muy costosas.
I'm worried because of the cost of basic groceries and rents. Everything has gone so high and everything is so costly.
Yo como
See, this is basically when
Gracias.
people told you it's better, come here, it's better here. And then you get here and then you realize, wait a minute, it's not better here.
Pay taxes.
It's more expensive. It's not as great as they said it was. This is the wake up to reality, ladies and gentlemen.
Next speaker, please. I'm
This
sorry,
is
ma'am, your
exactly
time's
what this
expired.
is.
Señora, se venció su tiempo.
Well, wait a
Próxima
minute.
vocera.
I'm
Not
sorry,
making
your time's
enough
expired.
money.
So you can take the next speaker,
Disculpe.
please.
Será la próxima
So
vocera.
because I'm not making enough, I guess that means you
Thank
got to
you.
give me some money. Sounds
Thank
like
you.
the
Next speaker,
Democrat
please.
way.
Sí, la próxima vocera.
It's the Democrat way, baby. I ain't making enough, man. I need a little more crumbs. You ain't giving me enough crumbs. That's the
Good morning, sir.
Democrat way, baby.
Good morning. How you doing?
If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
General comment. My name is Abdullah Muhammad.
Okay.
And I'm a member of ACE.
You have 1 minute.
And I'm here to talk about representation. I'm part of the Council District 8, but District 9 is our sister chapter. And I'm here to talk about representation and the lack of representation in that district. And one reason I'm here is to make sure that the voices are continuous being heard in the things that's going on in the 9th district for as gentrification. The same thing that's going on in the 8th district. All right? And also transparency. The community needs transparency so they can understand what's going on in the community, because each chapter is going
Stinks
through
is
the
in the
same
front row.
thing. And the gentrification is not benefiting either district. In our district around USC, they're destroying, demolishing homes. Homes could be used for affordability. And we have a housing shortage anyway
What's up, street
in
people?
the city. So this is why I'm up here talking about in support of our sister chapter in the 9th district to preserve those affordable
Thank you,
housing.
Speaker.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We don't give a fuck. We cutting your mic.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You could just keep
Thank
talking,
you very
but
much, sir.
we don't care.
Next
Thank
speaker.
you. I'm sorry, your time has expired, sir. Thank you. Thank you,
Dude's a-
sir. Thank you for your comments. Next speaker, please. Sorry, sir, your time
Dude's
has
a big
expired.
guy. Look
Thank
how
you.
big he is compared to the cop.
Next speaker, please.
He's a foot taller than the cop. Not to mention size-wise.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Next speaker, please. If you could pull the microphone down a little bit.
Shit, yeah.
Good morning, Speaker. If you could please remind us
Buenos días.
of the name you signed up
Sí,
under
señora, ¿puede recordar
and the
su
items you
nombre
would like to speak on.
y los temas a los que se va a dirigir?
Buenos días, mi nombre es Reina Viatoro. Soy vendedora ambulante.
Hi, good morning. My name is Reina Villaltoro, and I'm a street vendor.
Como le estaba diciendo, soy vendedora ambulante y estoy aquí para que pasen la moción que puso la señora concejal Mitia.
Yes, I'm a street vendor here supporting Nithya
Soy
Raman's
persona de la tercera edad
motion.
y tengo que trabajar día a día porque tengo 2 hijos especiales.
I'm a senior citizen and still have to go out to
Entonces,
work
se me
every
hace
day.
difícil
I have 2
pa-
special kids.
Senior citizen, girl,
Pagar
you look 32.
$2.91 ahora
She don't look like a
estamos ya
senior
próximos
citizen.
a julio,
que se va a pagar 541.
Looks like
Se
she's
me
in her
hace
30s.
muy difícil
And it's very
porque pago
difficult for me
renta,
to pay
comida
$291.
y
Now I have to
gastos
pay
en ciertos
$541.
medicamentos de
I
mi
have to
even
pay,
look
pay for
close.
rent,
No todo me
food,
los cubre.
medication, and expenses for my kids. Not everything is covered by
Entonces, le
Medi-Cal.
ruego a todos que pongan su voto para que pueda pasar esta
I ask you
moción.
please to
Se les
vote for this
agradece.
Pause for
motion.
just one
Muchas
minute, please.
gracias.
Señora, disculpe, una pausa. I
Thank
ask
you.
you to
Matt,
please
they're
vote
not
for the
going
motion.
to. It's
Thank
already
you.
crushed, man.
Thank you. Next
You
speaker.
don't realize it's crushed. Okay, it's cold crush depth. That's it. Those people won't feel it.
Muy buenos días, mi nombre es Sofía Mendoza y voy a hablar de,
Yes.
voy a hacer el comentario
Not the way you
público y
wanna
voy a
die,
hablar
but-
del 1 al 15.
Good morning. My name is Sofia Mendoza. 1 through 15 and general public comment, please.
Okay, so items 1 through 15 are about
Sales
the
tax
street
on the
lighting.
things they
We
buy,
have 3
maybe,
minutes
Bunny.
for the items and 1 minute for general public
Los
comment.
temas de 1 a 15 se tratan
But
de
not
luces
income tax, like
municipales
federal
en las
income
calles.
tax.
Tiene 1 minuto por cada tema y 1 minuto para su comentario público. Por favor, de una pausa después de cada par de frases para traducir.
De nuevo, mi nombre es Sofía Mendoza,
It's
vivo
all
en
cash.
el distrito 9 y soy miembro de ACE.
Okay, my name is Sofia Mendoza. I'm from
Who's
District
reporting
9,
it?
a member of ACE.
No estoy aquí en contra ni a favor de nadie.
Right, I'm not here against or favoring anyone.
Estamos aquí para representar nuestra comunidad.
And we're here representing our community.
Estoy aquí para mantener nuestra voz y poder político en el concejal.
I'm here to keep our voice heard and our political power here in City Council.
I
de la
didn't see
ciudad.
that,
The
Tons.
City Council.
Queremos un plan transparente para cualquier cambio que se hace.
We would like transparency for any changes done to these plans.
Queremos un foro comunitario
We want a community forum
con Paul Grecoria, presidente del consejo,
with Mr. Paul Krikorian, President of City Council,
y representante.
and a representative.
Queremos servicios para nuestra comunidad.
We would like services for our community
Queremos un representante
and a representative
que tenga el interés de nuestra comunidad en mente y vote por los inquilinos.
that keeps interest in the community in mind, that votes along with the tenants.
También queremos un plan de la ciudad para reformar política.
We want a citywide plan that reforms political
Ah,
government.
y también queremos un banco público.
We also want a public bank.
Necesitamos que apoyen el reporte para saber cómo podemos lograr
We need you to support this report so we could find out how we can
el
work
banco público de la ciudad de Los
a
Ángeles.
public bank for the city of Los Angeles.
Gracias.
And thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Next speaker,
thank
please.
you.
Hola, buenos días.
I want
Voy a
an A
necesitar
shirt.
traducción
Good
y
morning.
pido por favor que se respete el tiempo para las personas que nos traducen.
I'd like a translation, but I would like, please, to add more time, to respect our time, because we're getting translation.
And
It's
just
true,
so
though.
You understand, the translation time is not counted against your time.
Bullshit.
So you're already getting extra time.
Sí, no se le cuenta el tiempo de la
That's
traducción.
not
le
true.
dan tiempo extra.
Takes
cuando
him
hablan
time to
español.
translate
Ok.
it.
Voy a hacer un comentario público y voy
Liars.
a hablar sobre el artículo del 1 al 15.
Then I'd like to speak on issues 1 through 15 and general public comment.
Mi nombre es Nancy Villanueva, soy organizadora con ACE.
They
y
gave her
organizo
3
el
minutes.
Distrito
Did you
9.
see that?
I am Nancy Villanueva,
Did you
organizer
notice?
with ACE in District 9.
Como todos mis compañeros, no estamos aquí en contra de nadie, pero tampoco a favor
Everybody
de
else got
nadie.
one.
Like all my partners, associates here, we're not here favoring anyone or against anyone.
Estamos aquí para representar el Distrito 9.
Rather, we're here representing District 9.
Estamos aquí para levantar la voz en el concilio.
We're here to lift voices in City Council.
También queremos un plan transparente para cualquier cambio que se haga.
And we'd like a transparency in any changes of any plans.
Cuando digo transparente es que la comunidad sea
I
involucrada
didn't find one
para
really
cualquier
good,
cambio.
When I
Moxie.
say
I gotta keep
transparency, I
looking.
mean the community should be involved in any changes made.
Si llega a haber cambios, necesitamos un representante para el Distrito 9 que vive en la comunidad,
And if there
que
are
sepa
changes,
las necesidades de
But
la
she doesn't
comunidad.
say it all the
Representative
time.
in District 9 that lives in our community and knows the challenges that the community faces.
Pedimos un foro comunitario con la comunidad del Distrito 9 y ustedes los
We
representantes.
want a community forum in District 9 between you, the representatives, and the community.
La comunidad del Distrito 9 es muy necesitada, es el segundo distrito más pobre en la ciudad de Los Ángeles
Because District 9 is the second most poor district in the city of LA, it's very needy.
y tiene muchas necesidades.
Has a lot of needs.
Queremos un representante que tenga el interés de
We want-
representar la comunidad,
we want a
específicamente los inquilinos.
That is a stakeholder interested in the community, specifically for tenants.
Queremos un representante que tenga voz y voto para los inquilinos aquí en el concilio.
We need a representative that has a voice or a vote here in City Council that represents tenants.
El Distrito 9 tiene una población del 70-80% de inquilinos,
District 9 is 70 to 80% all tenants.
por lo cual merece ser representado.
So they deserve representation.
También estamos pidiendo un plan de la ciudad para una reforma política.
We also want government reform throughout the city.
También queremos apoyar un banco público para nuestras necesidades, pero primero necesitamos apoyar el reporte para saber cómo vamos a lograr este banco público en la ciudad.
And we would like public banking for our needs. It would help the community, but we also want a report that explains how public banks would work in our city.
Gracias.
And thank you.
I guess you don't want to get fucked by Wells Fargo and everybody else.
As the next speaker is coming up, I'm going to call a few more names.
There you go,
Andrew
Moxie.
Graebner,
A few more names.
Spindler, Stacy Segarra Bollinger,
Mr. Sachs,
Herman, and Arnold Sachs.
Oh my God, he's about to die right now. That is the craziest all-star lineup he has to deal with right now.
My name is Chantel.
Oh,
James,
we're
and
gonna
I'd
go out
like
with a
to do
bang.
Public comment, please.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Okay. With all due respect, I'd like to bring this issue in regards to no smoking in ordinance in multifamily units because it's close to my heart and many people in the city of Los Angeles. Picture this. You're walking out of your home and you turn around and you notice that there is a smell of gas. You don't keep walking. You go back and address it. You probably even call the gas company to help because you wouldn't allow the problem to persist. The emissions being released in the air can be deadly to not only those in the direct vicinity, but to the community. And it's in some ways the same as smoking in multifamily units. The emissions spread, people get sick, and like the former originator of this ordinance, they die. She died of cancer. Please don't let that happen again. Thank you for your time.
Quick vote in the chat room. Be honest. Did he or did he not lie to the other man saying we still have 43 other speakers? There's no way they even went through 10. Holy shit. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised.
Mr. Spindler, be quiet.
Good morning, Speaker. Please, which items would you like to speak on?
I'm going to speak on 1 through 15, 44 through 50, and non-agenda public comment.
So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment.
Mr. COVID, thank you. So, going into items 1 through 15, as far as lighting, fuck your lighting. All it does is make a big assessments towards properties, and people have to pay more taxes, you dumb cunt. And then we go into Mark Query, who's not here, and CD8 regarding housing. How long have we talked about housing and we're in the same fucking rut? Because we got some fucking idiot running the budget here in LA. I won't tell you his name, but he has a petty pink face dick. And then on 45, we got Miss G for Eunice's, another housing, but Eunice's will get it done because she wants to be a part of law enforcement and she's gonna help you niggers get homes. That's right. And then we go to 46, Monkey D. Dawson, come out, you're the next Price Are Not Right. Because housing and departments of LA Housing Development is a fucked up program, and you should know better than that. Then I have to go into 47, city attorney, dickhead, removal of weeds. You should smoke weed, asshole. Maybe you won't be so upset with many of us. And we have to pick up dirt and certain streets, sidewalk. You know, clean up all the fucking dirt. Clean up all the fucking chinchero, because people are sick of walking up and down the street because you dumbass attorneys don't hire people to do the job because you're in collusion with that pink-faced dictator. And then I go into 48 with Mommy Noodles. Not that she's an anorexic, but she wants to improve a contract for security. We don't need security. We got the fucking popo here. LAPD who let Arnie Sakis push me the other day while I was in city council. What's wrong with that fucking Juju Frankie? And then we go into 49, Tracy P. Are you sure she's Tracy P or Tracy Beach or Tracy Bitch? Because I'm confused. That woman has too many motherfucking names. Something's wrong with that shit.
Get on the agenda.
Yeah, I'm talking about DWP. Fuck Peter Thomas and fuck DWP. Because George McGraw, for all I know, is in collusion with ripping off the American people for water. And all because Spindler put in a DW card with a little cartoon that
Okay,
said,
go to general
"Fuck
public
Herbie."
comment.
And then I'm going to 52 regarding the lobbyists. We got to stop current price. We have to stop all this collusion of ripping off the public. As far as I know, petty pink-faced dictator knows all about collusion because he's a fucking racist. You a fucking racist because the older woman wanted to speak 1/32 of a second, and your racist ass don't like us because we're black and beautiful. You fucking tyrant. You ought to do something with your hair. Maybe go get a goat haircut or some shit because we're tired of this shit. And as far as the lobbyists, they can suck your caucus, Mr. Chairman. And then 53 HHH, bitch. We're gonna bitch about homeless for years because the homeless crisis is a Holocaust done by the Armenian budget man and his fucking wrecking crew of two dumbass attorneys, a faggot and a simplified faggot. Both.
Next speaker.
That's right, Paul Martin Krikorian, you racist, pink-skinned Nazi pig motherfucker.
Mr. Herman, be silent for the rest of the meeting.
Good morning, Speaker. Which items would you like to speak on?
All items in general public comment.
So the items that are open for public comment are 1 through 15 and 44 through 53.
It is wild, right,
The
Alex?
items
That's why
have
we
3
watch
minutes
this.
And 1 minute for general public comment.
You see, Alex?
So we start off with liens. Number 1, Kevin Lyon breaking my heart. Going against your people on item 1. Why, Kevin? Why? We don't need this. You've been doing so good. Get back on the right side. Make the petty pink-skinned dictator take off number 1. Pay for it out of the general fund. The number 2, then we got that fat, bearded fuck that can't wear a tie to public meetings, CD13. Look at this shit. What in the fuck? 1 item for fucking lighting in CD13. The lights don't already work in CD13. Look at this fool with a blue shirt on with no tie. He thinks he's Mike Bonin, except he's not gay and he's not cool. Don't wear that outfit. That only goes for Bonin. He's the only one that can pull that off.
Get on the agenda,
number
Mr.
3.
Spindler.
Shut the fuck up. Should get the number 3.
No, let's get on the agenda, or you'll go to general public comment.
Are we gonna do this, Tracy Beach?
Savage, homie.
Now we're gonna get to 12.
Shut
the
fuck up.
FBI's favorite person, John Lee. Stop for beep. Topanga Canyon Boulevard at Chatsworth has no lights anyway. Stop taxing for lights until you fix the ones that are there, as I've been telling you. And then, of course, we've got a current price item on number 4. Did the city attorney table this item pending an investigation?
No.
Are they going to do it?
No.
And why is an item that current price is on number 4 on this agenda? I see criminal behavior possibly here. Why? Because the LA City Council is the most corrupt city council in modern American history. Let's give them a hand. I love you guys, you know. I wish I could be up there with you stealing legally. Then we get Monaco Rodriguez with another lady.
Monaco.
And then we got Hugo, Mr. No Tie. 1, 2, look how he has fallen. Breaking Eunice's heart like this. She was counting on him to be her paisano. How many of these are in CD1? Not a single fucking one, because she's getting it. Don't tax people until you fix the lights. Let's give Eunice a hand on this agenda. This is very fucking good. And then we've got Katie Cunt Yaroslavsky at number 10. More lights, more problems, more corruption. And now we get to the general public comment. The day has come. My favorite council member, Weezer 2.0, ladies and gentlemen, he's only one felony conviction away from the council presidency, the Honorable Marquise Harris Dawson. Let's give him a hand. Only one indictment away. All as the FBI has to do, all as the DA has to do is file charges against Paul Martin Krikorian, and we get the first African-American president of this council since Herb J. Wesson. That's what Wayne from Encino wants. That was my plan all along. That's why I got arrested 5 times. That's why I filed my lawsuits. That's why I let the city attorney dismiss my case with no money. That's why I let you guys file fake charges against me, perjure the affidavit to the state bar, so we could be here today together. My family, my paisanos. I love you people. Keep up the good work.
See?
Next speaker.
He's
Next
a state.
speaker,
He's a state bar attorney, guys.
Next speaker, please.
No, stupid.
Oh, I'm
There's
sorry.
a minute. Yes,
Continue.
yes. This isn't your first rodeo there, PDQ.
He's an actual attorney. He's barred right now.
If you could
You
please
can
remind
hire
us of the
him.
name that
Wayne
you signed up
Spindler.
under and
Look
the
him up.
items you would like to speak on.
All right, I'll do 50, 52,
Under or over?
53,
12.
and general public comment.
Okay, you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment.
All right, 50, electing a new president pro tempore. Surprised to even won it, Marquise. This position's like cursed. The whole council leadership is cursed. Everyone in council leadership goes down, happened to like the last 7 or 8 people who've been in council leadership. They end up in council leadership and they quickly find that their career is over. So best of luck to you, because your career is probably about to end, so enjoy it while it lasts. I'm not sure if this is happening today, but you know, the election, it's kind of weirdly written, but yeah, I'm surprised anyone wants to be in council leadership, since you know your career is about to end if you end up in council leadership. All right, moving on to item 52. Item 52 is related to the city's ethics and conflict of interest laws. Interesting the council is considering this right now, since council members don't recuse themselves. Council members have all kinds of conflicts of interest, you know, that's like several of the council members on this council are literally landlords, and you know, continuously vote on things related to tenant protections and such. You know, this whole council's like a, you know, metaphor of conflicts of interest, and none of you ever bother to disclose it for the most part. So yeah. Moving on to item 53. Item 50. You're all just soak around. Item 53 is related to the homelessness emergency. Looks like it says it's gonna end next month. So I guess the problem's been solved. I guess the crisis has been solved. You know, Karen Bass put a couple people, unhoused people up in cheap motels with no food and services and no blankets and and lots of restrictions. And I guess, but none of you are, but the problem is so far from the city's solution strategy for solving, getting people for the whole unhoused people is, they're basically just, you have two boats, one's on fire and the other one's not on fire, and you're just transferring people from the one that's not on fire to the one that is on fire, and then you sink the ship. How do you have a homelessness emergency without an eviction moratorium? Like, that doesn't even make sense. You declared an emergency on homelessness and then immediately ended the eviction moratorium. All right, moving on to general public comment. I'm surprised you're brave enough to show up again after all this. But Kevin De Leon, you need to go. It's absolutely ridiculous that you're still on this council, and while you're working to get Karen Price suspended, why don't you work on Kevin De Leon? Kevin De Leon needs to go. We've been saying this for like almost a year now. Kevin needs to go. You all need to do something to some more stuff to actually get him out of office. All of you are complicit. All of the LAPD cops in here are complicit. Many of the staffers are complicit. Most of you are complicit in protecting Kevin De Leon and making sure he doesn't have to resign. But Kevin De Leon has to resign, and he will go eventually. Fuck all of you.
40! God damn, fucking 40 of them. I agree, fuck all of you. 40 of them. Let's get a song.
Begin. I'm going to call it a few more.
Wow, if you guys said over, you won big.
Osorio, Angelina Jimenez,
Vegas got this one wrong.
Evelia Palmero, Maria Briones, and Dominga Solosario. Thank you. Go ahead.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak on?
I'd like to speak on items 1, 34, 50, 53, and general public comment.
Okay, so item 34 is not open for public comment, but you can talk about it during general. You have 3 minutes for the other items and 1 minute for general public comment.
Gotcha, thank you.
He just pushed him. He just pushed him. They're about to fight.
An arts district designation.
Dude, he just pushed fucking Mr. Sachs. Did you see that?
Pause just for 1 minute.
Whoa.
Mr. Spindler, stop disrupting the meeting.
Bro, they were just about to fight.
It's not your business.
Did you
Sit
see
down
that?
and be silent.
Did you see it? And just to let you know, guys.
Sorry.
Right when we finished yesterday,
Mr. Sachs has a history of violence with people in these chambers, so I understand.
Mr. Sachs don't take no shit, homie.
District, business improvement designation.
Dukes up.
And I don't know if it's just
Square up,
but it
homie.
seems like everywhere that's designated as an arts district becomes insanely unaffordable and filled with like luxury shoeboxes.
You can rewind it, ill.
Would only dream of affording.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But there is a disruption in the meeting. I believe it's Mr. Spindler. If the voice that I'm hearing is Mr. Spindler, he's ordered excluded from the meeting pursuant to Rule 12. I can't hear the speaker at the podium because of Mr. Spindler shouting out in the back.
This is a good meeting today.
Yeah, Mr. Spindler is ordered removed. He's continuing to disrupt the meeting.
There goes Goat Boy.
Mr. Spindler, be silent. You're ordered removed from the meeting.
You did, Sky. You need to go back on YouTube and then rewind it if you want to watch it. It's good. Mr. Spindler, dude.
Next speaker, please.
Chief Red Hunt, I can hear your voice from the back of the room. Please be silent.
Oh, fuck.
Mr. Spindler has already been ordered removed.
getting
Mr.
hot.
Spindler, leave the meeting.
It's getting
Mr.
hot.
Spindler, leave the meeting. You're ordered removed.
It is DB.
I've ordered you removed now 4 times. Leave the meeting.
Hopefully Donald Harlan calls in. Eric Previn.
I'm so sorry. Go
Brock
right
Landers.
No offense on my account. So moving on to item number 50. I don't know what Councilmember Harris Dawson is thinking, volunteering to captain a sinking ship. I certainly wouldn't volunteer to captain the Titanic right after it's hit an iceberg. But I mean, that's your prerogative, and best of luck to you. But I don't know about that one. 53 is regarding the unhoused emergency order. As the previous speaker pointed out, I don't understand how we have an emergency order regarding the unhoused population without an eviction moratorium, without a moratorium on raising rents, without heavy investigations on who is profiting off of this crisis and divesting systems of capital from housing, creating more owner-occupiers, and just generally doing all of the things that are proven to prevent homelessness. It's almost like the issue of the condition of homelessness and our unhoused resident population is a pawn that so-called progressive Democrats in the city like to use. It's kind of the stick and carrot thing, because if we really cared about this so-called emergency, there wouldn't be Barrington Plaza facing a mass eviction. I don't know what anyone thinks is going to happen to that number of residencies if they're kicked out of their homes under the guise of fire safety, when we all know that they want to bring rent-controlled units up to market rate. That's what's happened with my neighbor who's been harassed. And CD4 finally got back to me and offered to file a complaint to the housing department on her behalf, but the housing department doesn't really have a good track record of actually getting results or seeking punitive damages for landlords who violate the law. So again, in this emergency order, nothing about landlords, nothing about capital incentive, no eviction moratorium, no rent hike caps, no divestment from private equity firms owning other people's homes, no heavy punitive damages for landlords who harass their tenants or who don't maintain their units. So it's really just a joke and an excuse to give developers free rein to run roughshod over the city of Los Angeles. So I'll move on to general public comment now.
Missed a lot, Jordan.
You have quite a lot of nerve, President Krikorian, coming to Budget Day and making a remark about audio leaks as if you don't serve alongside this racist and recognize him for presentations and adjourning motions at virtually every meeting.
Truth.
Smoke.
The people of LA have overwhelmed. I'm sorry, I started singing the wrong song. The people of Los Angeles have overwhelmingly cried out that your continuing presence here causes ongoing harm and interferes. Time for resignation, don't you think? He's a racist, Kevin De Leon. You're complicit, Paul Krikorian. You're all guilty by association. It's what's known as tacit approval.
Isn't that Alanis Morissette?
Alanis Morissette song at the beginning.
It is. Oh, I was right.
I hope you'll stop working with a racist.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Man, she was so off in that first part. The second half, I got it, though. I fucking heard it. It was there. I seen it. You're just as good. I bet you they pay to see you, and you could just do her songs. Get rid of Alanis.
I just want public.
Nobody would notice the difference.
I'm sorry, you said general public comment?
Yeah, general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Mr. Herman's gone.
Guys,
Mr.
you guys
Sachs
are doing
gone.
A good job. I just wanted to pretty much commend you.
But
on
his
the great
bag
work
is still
you're doing.
there.
I think this is one of the best City Hall staff that we have so far. We're cleaning house right now, and we have a lot of women here, finally. And I think women have the passion of knowing the needs of the community. Right now in District 9, we have a financial institution, USC Credit Union. It only has about $700 million, and it's pretty much has capacity of serving students and saving account for businesses, but not checking accounts yet. Right now we have Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and if you hit below certain limits in your business, you're going to get charged. So we need a public bank to kind of leverage a playing field for guys who don't have excess capital in their accounts. Good job. Take care, guys.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Man, where's Mr. Sack? Did he get himself thrown out and he left his bag there? Did he get arrested for fucking pushing that dude? I mean, dude, that's battery. He did batter him.
Please remind us
on
of the
camera.
names you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Good morning.
What happened?
Su nombre
Oh,
y
it's
el tema
that
del que
person's
vamos a
talking
hablar, por
first.
favor. Y una pausa para la traducción.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, I'm
Hey.
sorry, it's too loud. Good morning, everybody. It's good to see you again, all here reunited. My name is Maria Briones, and I'm a member of ACE. And what I'm about here is not about against or in favor of anyone. I'm here to keep our voices in political power in the city council. We want a transparent change, plans for any changes that are made concerning our constituents. We want a community forum with council president.
Boogers on the wall is back.
Representative Marquise Harris Dawson. If you guys may allow us to have that time with us and hear our voices. We want more services for our community, such as representatives have the community necessities in mind, because District 9 has a very high percentage of tenants. We want a representative.
Look, they're taking
who
Mr.
has
Sachs's
our
bag.
community's
I bet you he
interest
got
and
arrested.
votes with the tenants, and we also want a
See,
city
they're
plan
taking
for
his shit.
political reform.
He got arrested, I
we
bet.
really need
I bet.
someone who has the power to
Not letting him back
hear
in.
us and vote for us. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good morning, Speaker.
Yeah,
Please
Kent.
remind us
That's
of the
boogers
names
on the
you signed
wall.
up under and
That's
the
her
items you
nickname.
would like to speak
Los
on.
temas a los que se dedica.
She's always telling him
Buenos
about
días,
that.
necesito traducción.
Good morning. I need the translation. Da una pausa, por favor. Gracias.
Mi nombre es Angelina Jiménez, miembro de
I'm not
ACE.
sure he's arrested.
Angelina
We got him.
Jimenez, a member
They may
of
have just
ACE.
kicked him out.
Y
Let's
no
hope
estoy
that
aquí para
he
acusar
wasn't arrested.
O para hacer justicia, en contra, no estoy en contra de Current Price.
So I'm not
Yo
here
solamente-
against or for
Yo
current
solamente
price.
quiero claridad de parte de él.
I just want clarity.
Estoy
from
aquí para
you.
apoyar. Soy del Distrito 8 y estoy apoyando a mi vecino Distrito 9.
I'm here for
Look, and then he's got another
I
bag.
support my neighbors in
He
District
said
9.
3 bags plus
Lo
his
único que no
backpack.
quiero es que al Distrito 9 le pase lo que al
Tell
Distrito
you.
8.
I don't want
It's like a
District
big
9
giant
to go through
mule.
what District 8 has gone.
Mr.
Nos
Sachs.
están llenando de edificios enormes
They have filled our community with enormous buildings.
que ahorita que no hay estudiantes se están quedando solos y parecemos fantasmas ahí en medio de todos.
There are no students around there. It's like a ghost town there.
No quiero eso para el Distrito 9.
And I don't want this to happen to District 9.
Quiero que se conserven sus casas familiares tal como están hoy.
I want family homes to be preserved just as they are now.
Por favor, también quiero que en caso de que saquen a Current Price de su silla,
I want to know, in case you get rid of current price,
pongan a alguien que no solo se siente, sino que salga a caminar en su comunidad.
if you elect someone or position someone in that post, have
Para
someone
que
to
vean
come
la
out to the community and walk around
para que vean las necesidades que tiene su comunidad,
and not
o su
just
distrito.
sit down. I want them to see the needs of the community, their district.
Por favor, alguien que tenga corazón primero que todo.
Please, someone that has a heart
Gracias.
above all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Here she comes. So
Next
she
speaker,
got her
please.
newborn. She just had her set of twins. She's got the 4 that she's got
Next speaker,
there.
please. Ma'am, you need to come up to the microphone.
No, but no, hold on, sir. We need the kids because they're
Yeah,
the
you
pond.
come up to the microphone,
That's so you feel sorry for me because I got twins in my hand and I got 4 little ones with me.
Tia Stevens coming back again to speak on the situation that happened. Heather Hutt placed or connect us with the Genesee Center, who told me that my mother could come in to come and stay there. My mother is 76 years old, never been on a plane before in her life. She came in from Michigan to help me after giving birth to my babies. My baby was only a couple days old, and the Genesee Center threw all of our stuff outside because of the fact that my mother was there. And Dr. Charmaine Davis has been, I have all of these text messages on record where she knew that my mother was coming, but based on the fact that it was a DV place, and they told me when I came in, all we needed to do was sign a verification, a letter of I forgot what letter it was, but basically a letter that we were supposed to be signing. But when my mother got there, who was disabled, they basically put all of our stuff on the sidewalk. We came in, and all my stuff was outside. My baby stuff, my placenta was outside, discarded in a trash can. And we keep those for spiritual reasons. And they just basically threw all of our stuff out. And then she made it seem like there was reasoning behind it, but there was no reasoning behind it. So I wanted that to go on record, and I have all the text messages.
Thank you, Speaker.
Did
Thank
you say
Ms. Stevenson.
placenta?
So we're going to ask a member of the mayor's
Absolutely
staff to come
gross.
down and,
I'm surprised she didn't talk about the boogers on the walls. I guess there ain't no boogers on the walls when they moved her.
Step to the side for a moment, and we're going to see if we can get a staff member who can give you assistance.
Bro. Could you imagine that being your mom, man?
Oh, yes, we have somebody right
This is
here
the time when
who
you
can
say to
help
yourself,
you.
man,
It is,
I won the lotto
Ms.
in the mom lotto.
I think
My
there's
mom
a
ain't
woman-
like that. You know, won the
there's a
mom
woman
lotto.
in the
Because
aisle
did you
here, I
imagine?
think, who can give
And you
a
notice
hand.
she's been here 5 times. You ain't never seen dad. Not one
next
of the
speaker,
dads.
please.
And we know there is multiple. She had explained
Okay,
that.
if you could
so.
please step to the aisle, somebody will be happy to assist you, but I need you to allow the next speaker to come up, please.
We don't
Okay,
know
Let's let the next
how
speaker
many-
come up now. Please don't disrupt the meeting. Next speaker, please.
He's pissed. Yeah, the placenta for the win for spiritual reasons.
Good morning,
vengo-
Speaker. If you could
Buenos
please.
días a todos. Vengo a hablar del artículo
Placenta,
1 al
James.
15 y el comentario público.
Guys are
Issues
too
1
much.
through 15 in public comment.
Okay,
Good
so
morning.
items
nombre es
1 through
María-
15 deal with the street lighting. So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment.
Son 3 minutos por los temas de 1 a 15 que se tratan de luces públicas y 1 minuto para su comentario general. ¿Su nombre?
Buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es María Osorio
Good morning. My name is Maria
y soy
Osorio,
miembro de ACE.
a member of ACE.
Y como pueden ver, somos muchas familias de la comunidad
As
que
you
les
can see,
estamos pidiendo
there are a lot of families here from the community that have come to request
que por favor a las personas que elijan para que ocupen la presidencia o lo que vayan a darle el cargo, que por favor lo elijan, que realmente trabaje para la comunidad.
We request that whoever you select in this position that works as a counselor for this area, please select someone that works with the community.
Y por favor que haga su trabajo, que ustedes están aquí, no saben realmente todas las necesidades de la comunidad,
Someone that does their job, because you're
Ni
just
en
in
qué-
here. You don't know the necessities of the
ni en
community.
qué condiciones están viviendo.
You don't even know the conditions that we're living in.
So, nosotros no estamos ni a favor ni en contra de nadie, simplemente queremos que nuestra voz cuente aquí en el consejo.
So we don't favor or we're not against anyone. We just want our voices heard here in City Council.
He's
Y
translating.
y que hagan un foro comunitario y que lo hagan en Distrito 9 porque son las familias de ese distrito y de esa comunidad que están siendo afectados.
And we need a community forum in District 9 because the family, the constituents in this district are being affected.
Rod Mucker.
Y que por favor su plan que hagan, que tenga transparencia
And whatever plan you create, please make it transparent.
y que sea a favor de los inquilinos que son los
Jim
que sufren
Eaton,
todas
thank you.
estas situaciones de vivienda y de muchas cosas más.
The favors tenants.
Well, he
more,
might have
because
got
we're the ones
arrested,
that have to
weed
go through
whacker.
these problems like homelessness and all of that.
Por favor, queremos que todos los que
Okay.
ocupen una silla aquí o en afuera sea para que cubran las necesidades de sus comunidades,
Yeah,
que
Angela.
realmente hagan su trabajo, que salgan a caminar como ya dijeron otros
Yeah.
miembros.
We need everyone that's here that occupies the
vean,
seat, counselors, to
vean.
go out to their community and walk around like other members have said, so they can see
Que vean la realidad en la que viven esas familias.
the reality that their families are living in.
Vea que no es como lo ven ustedes aquí sentados,
Okay,
que
you'll
son los
need
que
to
no
speak
saben
to-
nada de esa situación.
It's not how it looks to you here if you're sitting here, sí, señora.
Speaker, this sounds like
Es
general
que
public
no
You'll
suena
need to
comment.
como
speak to
es su
the
comentario
agenda item and
general.
move to the
Tiene que
general
hablar de su tema en la agenda o será su comentario general, 1 minuto.
También queremos pedirles
What's up, Gilbert?
su apoyo para un
pasó?
banco público, pero necesitamos el apoyo para que hagan un reporte
Also, we request the public bank and your support in a report.
Speaker, I'm going to move you to general public
Sí,
comment,
señora,
so
ese
you
será
have
su
1 minute.
comentario general. Un minuto más.
Para saber cómo podemos lograrlo y tener un banco público en la ciudad de Los Ángeles.
Yes, we just want to know how a public bank would work for the city of Los Angeles, and we request a report.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Talk to the weed community about a public bank. They still can't bank. They're legitimate businesses, American citizens.
Good morning, Speaker. You could please remind us
But
of the
weed's
name that
legal.
you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Los temas a los que va a hablar.
Thanks again, Jim.
Días. Señores, mi nombre es Dominga Solórzano y soy miembro de ACE del Distrito 9.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm Dominga Solorzano, a member of ACE in District 9.
Y quiero hacer por favor un comentario público y el artículo del 1 al 15.
Issues 1 through 15 in public comment, please.
So, items number 1 through 15 deal with street lighting. So you have 3 minutes
Sí.
for the items
De
and
1 a
1 minute for
15.
general public comment.
Se trata de luces en la vía pública. Tiene 1 minuto por cada tema y 1 minuto para comentario público.
Hola, no estamos aquí en contra o por ninguno. Estamos aquí
Mr.
para
Herman's leaving.
representar nuestra comunidad.
So, hello, we're not here for or against anyone, but we've come here to represent our community.
Estoy aquí para mantener nuestra voz y poder político
Here to maintain our voice and political power
en el concejal de la ciudad.
in the city council.
Queremos un plan transparente para cualquier cambio que se hace.
We would like a transparent plan for any changes made.
All right, ma'am, I'm sorry, that doesn't
Disculpe.
relate to street
No tiene
lighting.
nada que ver con
So
luces públicas.
let's go ahead, either speak to
Seguro.
street lighting or
Si no
we
habla de
need to
las
go to
luces,
the general public
Va a
comment.
ser su comentario general, ¿verdad?
Queremos un plan transparente para cualquier cambio que se haga.
Yeah, he's a dog a lot of times,
Queremos-
Yassi.
Transparent plan for any changes.
Little baby
Queremos
dog.
un foro comunitario con Paul Gregorian, president.
Community forum with President
A
Paul
small
Corcoran.
dog, I don't know if it's a-
Concejal.
Okay, that'll be general public
Sí,
comment.
señora,
That's
es su
the general
comentario
public comment.
general
Y
del público.
representante Márquez Harris
And
Dawson.
with the representative Marquise Harris Dawson.
Queremos más servicios para nuestra comunidad.
Because we need more services in our community.
Queremos un representante que tenga el interés de nuestra comunidad
We want a representative that has interest in our community.
en mente y que vote con los
In mind.
inquilinos.
Someone who votes along with the tenants.
Y también queremos un plan de la ciudad para reformar política.
And we want a citywide plan of public political reform.
Y también necesitamos un banco público.
Oh, and a public bank we need.
Pedimos el apoyo para el reporte para poder saber
We want you to support a report.
cómo podemos lograr un banco público en Los Ángeles.
So we have more information about how a public bank would work in Los Angeles.
Gracias, por favor.
Thank you.
Thank you
Please.
very
Sí,
much.
señora, gracias.
Next speaker, please.
Good morning, Speaker. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Lucina Abad. Mi nombre es Lucina Abad y soy miembro de ACE del Distrito 9.
Hi, good morning. My name is Lucina Bat, member of ACE in District 9.
No estamos aquí, todos los miembros de ACE, ni a favor ni en contra. Queremos un representante que sepa de nuestras necesidades, como lo que es las escuelas, los inquilinos.
Can you
Yes,
pause so
well,
that the
una pausa, por favor, para la traducción. We're not here to support or speak against anyone. We just want a representative that has our interest in mind, favoring schools, tenants.
Estamos aquí para mantener nuestra voz y poder político.
We're here to maintain our
En el
voice and
concejal
political power in
de
the
la
city
ciudad.
council.
Queremos un plan de transparencia de cualquier cambio que se haga.
And we want a transparency for any plan changes.
Queremos un foro comunitario con el señor Paul Kerokin, presidente del concejal, y representante
Yeah, we want a
Marquis Harris Dawson.
community forum with the President Paul Krikorian and Marquise Harris Dawson as a representative.
De preferencia que sea en persona, no queremos otra persona que lo represente.
We'd rather have
Queremos
him there in
soluciones.
person. We don't want another representative because we want solutions.
Pedimos que la próxima persona sepa de nuestras necesidades.
We just want whoever you select, the next person, to know about our needs.
Queremos apoyo para los inquilinos,
And
para que se acaben los acosos
We
de
need
los
support
dueños,
for
de los
tenants
propietarios,
to stop harassment by
de las
by landlords
palabras antisonantes.
Thank you.
and the harassing words. Gracias, señor.
Thank you very much. And our final speaker.
That seems like they
here in
had
the
43
council
today.
chambers Before we go to brief phone comments.
Brief. That means 3 callers.
Good morning, Speaker. If you could-
Buenos días a todo mundo. Gracias por estar aquí.
Keyword,
presente en
brief.
nuestra demostración.
Good morning to all. Thank you for listening to our demonstration here.
I'm sorry. My name is Evelia Palmero, and I am a member of ACE, as well as the homeowner under District 9. I would like to speak in regards to the Articles 1 to 10, and also about the problem that we are facing right now in District 9, removing our representatives.
So
We are-
items 1 through 10 are deal with the street lighting, so you can begin
The
with.
street lighting, it will be very important,
But you-
because I don't know what's happening on Main Street between Slauson and Jefferson. There are no light streets.
I'll tell you
And
what.
keep in mind, that is close to the
Your homeless neighbors, your
stadium
homeless
on
neighbors, your
Martin
houseless
Luther King
neighbors.
and Figueroa. And then
They're
if you go
stealing the
on San
copper
Pedro
from the
and
lights.
Slauson, there are no
Why they
lights
don't
either.
work.
They're stealing the wires. And we need to know what is going to be done, because when I called DWP, they told me they would take about 35 days to replace all of that. I'm sorry. The way they charge you on the bill is not exactly 25 cents. They have to do more, a whole lot more better than that. Don't you think? I mean, I think, because I'm paying too much money. Anyway, what we need to do is to keep in mind all of that, and also to keep clean the streets, because allowing the homeless to collect all the trash and then burn it up is not going to be the answer to the problem they are facing every single day. So we live there, we go through there, and we don't like it. So let's do something. Either we talk to you or you talk to us, but we need to do something. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
She's right.
About the problem they are facing with District 9, we are here
Okay,
not.
so this is general public comment?
General
Go right
public
ahead.
comment?
Yeah, I guess. We are here not against or in favor of anyone. We are here to represent our community. We are here to keep our voice and political power in the city council. We want a plan, transparent as it can be, about any changes that are going to be made. We want to know what's going on. We want to know about it. We want a community forum with Council President Paul Krikorian. Thank you. Please take a note. And Representative Marquise Harris Dawson. And when that happens, we would like to talk to you personally in person. We don't want representatives. We had enough with representatives. We want things done. And we would like very much to keep that in mind. And when you pick up someone for the job, or you want to do some election or something, we want someone from our community, that lives in our community, that feels for our community, that knows what we're going through every single day. Híjole, ¿tan pronto?
Thank you.
Híjole.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll go next to the phones. Let's take the first
All right, here
caller
we
on
go.
the
Hold on.
phones, please.
First caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Caller?
Hi, just public comment, please.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Caller, you want to see my vagina?
I'll address the public because this council is ridiculous. 2024 is coming, and we know who needs to go. Kevin Giuliani needed to go months ago, but obviously his thick head is stuck up his butt or something, and he refuses to move. Hernandez, again, you know, developer, cocksucker, she definitely needs to go. She has no interest in the public. She has no interest in the people. she and Hera Dawson. Paul Krikorian, you're just a landlord, so you're in favor with all the developers and the landlords, so you need to go as well. Thank you. Have a great day.
Next caller, please.
Dispatched everybody.
Caller, which items would you like to speak
Caller, my vagina looks nice.
Yes, I would like to speak on items 50, 52, 53, and general public comment.
So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment.
Thanks. I'd like to start with item 52. Ms. Yaroslavsky, I hope that you're paying attention. I would really like to ask that you amend your motion to make it so that the information on disclosure is publicly and easily available, preferably through the ethics website. Because after all, it's the public that has been continually calling out these ethics violations. It was the Save Our Canyon people that called out the malfeasance with Sean Bayless and his lobbyist wife. It was Knock LA and Johnny Pelt who broke the story about the revolving door violations by Sean Bayless. And it's been the public who have repeatedly called out other violations, such as Curran Price voting on things that he should not have, which also Kevin De Leon has done with AIDS healthcare. Be interesting to see when that hits the floor. So I am hoping, Ms. Yaroslavsky, that you will take the request seriously, that since it's the public that's been doing the job of accountability, the public needs to be able to access that information easily and shouldn't have to rely on a CPRA that might take months to be filled. So then moving to item 50, my question for Marquise Harris Dawson, and I'm not opposed to this, I think it's logical, is will you support the return of telephonic comment at committee? You represent a neighborhood that has less ability to access City Hall, that has less ability to have their voice heard because you're representing working class people. The removal of telephonic comments from committees has meant that people have not been able to have their voice heard and have not been able to access City Hall in the same way. For instance, my neighborhood council filed on public banking, and because there was no telephonic comment, there was no ability to read our CIS at that committee meeting, even though we strongly supported it months ago. So that's my question for you, Mr. Harris Dawson, is will you do the things to support making City Hall accessible?
Bro right here has an Edgar.
And to run for the people. And then my comment on 53 is that, you know, we talk about
Guy in the gray suit.
having an emergency on homelessness, but at the same time, we're seeing things like Douglas Emmett today and what happened with how they're abusing the system to get rid of all their tenants. Isn't that part of a homelessness emergency? I think we talk about things from
Look at
one
bro's
side.
haircut.
We talk about
Bro, look at that
things
shit
that
from the
affect
side.
the poorest people
That's Edgar,
and the
homie.
services that we can offer them, but we don't often talk about the emergency that is.
Oh, I don't, Enrico. I love
structural
it.
And systemic violence
I want one.
being done.
I'm
to
jelly.
people. I'm a homeowner, so I don't have to worry
So,
about
general public
being
comment?
evicted in the same way. But I look at the rent of my old apartment sometimes, and that
Straight
rent
mushroom,
is now more than
homie.
my mortgage, and that's insane to me because my apartment is crummy.
That fool had the curl mush.
It's gone.
The mush curl.
Rents have inflated so much faster than wages that so many people are locked into these terrible situations. And the reporting that just came out from the state shows that those high rents are the things that are driving people into homelessness the most. So when we talk about an emergency, I also hope that you'd be looking at what you can do from a structural standpoint as well. But Mr. Yaroslavsky, I really do hope you take my request seriously.
Think he hears that when he
Because it is
walks in the room?
public that has been doing this work. It is the public that has been calling things for what they are. And these things were known when Curran Price was made the pro tem. Unfortunately, and he was unfortunately still
Thank you.
pushed into.
Thank you.
Your time has expired. Next caller, please.
Straight hug her up right in her face.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Caller has a nice landing strip with a mask.
Caller with the last 4 digits 8015. Please press *6 to unmute.
Caller, I just washed it.
Caller with the last 4 digits 8015. This is your last opportunity.
Can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, go ahead. I will speak on items number 52, number 53, and number 1 through number 10, and general comment.
Okay, so you have 3
Items
minutes for the
number
items
52.
and 1 minute for general
Okay.
public comment.
Okay. Item number 52 is regarding city ethics reform laws. This item of ethics reform law should include a statement that says as follows: the stupid, incompetent, and corrupt members of the racist LA City Council cannot steal from the public to serve their own needs. This item should include a statement that little people like Marquise Dawson cannot take the black community's unemployment office for himself, like Armenian dictator Paul Krikorian and indicted criminal Curran Price voted for in council file number 18.
Oh, this shit is fresh. Like AC Green for the Lakers.
I demand a no vote on this nothing motion if Nuri Martinez and Krikorian, Heather Hutt, is allowed to vote on this item because she has not been democratically elected by the people, but only installed by Paul Krikorian, who has thrown more members of the public out of the sleazy hall meetings in the last couple months than in the entire history of the city of Los Angeles since 1781.
Dang.
Lock up Curran Price and Ridley Thomas and Marquise Dawson. Item 53 is regarding another declaration of the homeless emergency. I demand that this motion state that the emergency includes the lack of representation by the self-serving, incompetent, LAPD slave, homeless generating, unemployment office stealing individuals on this LA sleazy council. Again, I demand that Heather Hutt not be allowed to vote on this item because she was not elected to represent the people. These people do not represent the needs of the black community. These individuals sit in 20% of the council seats when we are only 12% of the population. We are double represented public. Why are we nearly 50% of the homeless, the incarcerated, and unemployed? Because we have no representation in a representative form of government. Number 1 through 10 is for improvement and maintenance assessments. I demand a no vote if Heather Hutt is allowed to vote, as she was installed by Nuri Martinez, Paul Krikorian, and the corrupt Sleazy Council. As far as my general comment, this racist and corrupt city government is cramming their Hyundai car company LAPD robot dog down the public's throat. The public did not want the Hyundai car company, of oppression. We the people didn't want the Hyundai car company killer robot dog. Boycott Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai is responsible for this attempted oppression of minority communities. Join us. We invite the public to join us in our boycott of Hyundai. Call Hyundai Car Company and tell them you are boycotting their cars, for their attempted oppression of our minority communities via the LAPD. The black community has zero representation. And what are these people doing for the public? All of you are paying for them running the black community into the ground. Those are our comments. That's it.
Thank you very much.
I wonder if-
We'll, close public comment.
That's it.
On all agenda items and close general public comment.
That was related
Madam
to the
Clerk,
robot
what items
chick?
are now available for us to vote.
Look at that shit. I told you it'd be like 3 calls.
Dr. Critical Truth Bay, please don't shout out in the meeting. That's disruptive of our meeting.
See?
We took public comment for over an hour and a half. That concludes public comment. There will be no more disruptions of this meeting. Madam Clerk.
What a piece of shit.
I've instructed you now. There will be no disruptions of the meeting.
Get loud.
If you are not silent, you will be removed. Okay. You're ordered removed from the meeting pursuant to Rule 12.
Smoke, everybody.
You are ordered removed. Please leave the meeting and leave silently. You're ordered removed pursuant to Rule 12.
And for the record,
do
Dr.
not
Truth
disrupt
Bay is
this
refusing
meeting.
to leave after being ordered to leave and still disrupting the meeting.
You are instructed removed pursuant to Rule 12. What items are now before us to vote on, Madam Clerk?
Mr. President, Council should at this time reconsider items 28 through 30 as well as 38, sir.
All right, the first vote is on reconsideration of those items. On reconsideration,
happened,
please
Paul?
open the roll,
You pink-skinned bitch. What happened?
close the roll, and tabulate the votes.
12 ayes.
Those items are now before us, and for the record, Dr. Truth Bay is still shouting out as we're trying to take these votes.
Good. I hope she does.
After she's
Whole
been ordered
time.
removed from the meeting. All right, those items are now before us.
Shout
Let's
out
go
to
ahead and
Dr.
open the
Truth
roll,
Bay.
close the roll,
Big ups
and
to her.
tabulate the votes.
12 ayes.
Go, girl.
All right, Madam Clerk, what is next before us?
Next, Mr. President, are items 1 through 15, as well as 44 through 52, sir.
All right, those items are now before us, members. Do any members wish to be heard? Seeing none, let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the votes.
12 ayes.
All right, and with that vote, that included item 52, did it not? I'm sorry, item 50?
Yes, sir.
All right, then with that vote, I'm pleased to congratulate our Council President Pro Tem, Marquise Harris Dawson. And I'd like to ask you to come on up and take the desk, please, as we go next to item number 16.
Oh, so they adopted him. So the guy Curran Price, who just got indicted by the federal government, the second one, by the way, to get indicted this year. Now this dude's taken over that dude's spot since he was suspended from the council.
All right, now we have item number 16, called special by Councilmember Hernandez for a separate vote. Open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
10 ayes, 2 noes.
All right, that takes us.
They just installed him. No vote,
For,
no nothing. Here you
item
go.
43, there's
Ah,
a
already
request to have
get
that
dissed.
item go forthwith.
Without objection.
And what item would council like to vote on? Item 23 also, sir?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I guess. Do I? Do we? Oh, yes.
Open
Yes,
the
we
roll.
want to vote.
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
All right. That takes us to item number 31, called special by Mr. Soto Martinez for comments. Mr. Soto Martinez.
What do I do now? It's like Joe Biden.
Thank you so much, Council President Pro Tem.
Here.
So, good morning, colleagues. I want to speak on this item.
Lost.
Over the last few years, there's been a lot of debate about public banks and the functions of it. Up until recent history, we only had one public bank, and that was, I believe it was South Dakota who had it, or North Dakota. I always get those two confused. I apologize to the flyover states. But recently this was heard at Economic and Community Development Committee, and a study was circulated at that time from the Jane Family Institute, a trusted think tank, and they wrote a report that shows that even at very conservative estimates, the public bank could do so much for the city. For example, according
there's
to the
transplant?
report,
I don't think that's- I think that's
every
all
single
him.
year, the bank can possibly
I think what he's
finance
doing is
over
just combing it
1,600
over
units of
because he's got a
affordable
bald
housing.
spot on top.
537
Mine gets a little
workers
thin
can
back
be
there
empowered
too,
to
but not
become
like that
co-op-
on
co-op
top.
owners of their companies.
I got plenty of fucking hair on
29.5
top.
million green megawatts could be produced. All this while the
Fact,
money
I
is
need a
earning
goddamn
interest
haircut.
and growing within the bank.
see,
And
this,
again,
man.
these are very conservative estimates. So I think this is very good for the cities, very good for workers. Overall, I think it's just a great
Yeah, I don't think
idea,
there's no
and,
plugs
I
there.
urge my colleagues for an aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr.
That's
Soto
all him, man.
Martinez. Seeing no
He's
other
just
speakers.
doing the comb over to kind of correct
Rahman.
the thinning.
I did just want to say I'm really excited about this.
Waves
passing.
and curls,
Thank
that's
you,
it.
Councilmember Soto
I'm gonna
Martinez,
braid
for
my
your
shit up,
Words
Terry.
and for the potential of
Do
this.
some, Do
And to
some,
me, I think
cornrows.
what's really exciting is
I want an Edgar bad
that
though, Jockey.
we have a
yeah.
potential to fill the gaps that
Fucking
a
be
reliance on
Deep
commercial
mu- I want a
banking has
deep
left us
mushroom
with.
though, like
And I
fucking-
think that those gaps are
like
really
that
felt most
deep off
keenly
my
for
head,
communities of
like
color,
6 inches on
for
each
working
side.
class people. We have the opportunity to offer banking
Full
service
beetle all the way around.
to underbanked
Fuck,
and
super
unbanked
shiny.
Angelinos. We have the opportunity to sidestep predatory practices and excessive fees, and we have the opportunity to shape that right here in the city, and it could be really, really incredible. And for somebody who watches a lot of our affordable housing get financed through our committee, I think this potentially brings us to a place where we could be finding innovative means of financing these projects
Sack.
that can actually
I was
bring
blessed.
revenues to the city, even as we're building the housing that we need. Today, what we're doing is really requesting funds for a first phase study, which is going to lay out what
showing
the
you the
bank could look
cleavage right
like.
there.
It's going to lay out a detailed strategy
here.
for the formation
Look
of the
here.
bank. And then there'll be a second phase study, which will include a business plan and the actual application that we'll have to submit to the state
there,
under
Johnny.
the new
She's showing it to you.
policies that will actually
She's
allow
reading
us
your
to
chat.
create this bank. So we're still really early in the process, and I think this offers us an opportunity to learn more about its potential. And I'm really excited that we're finally moving forward with the
Fucking
concrete
Mike,
steps
what a
needed for
dick.
this. So I hope that you'll all join me in enthusiastically voting yes on this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Rahman and Soto Martinez. I don't see any other speakers on the queue for sure.
Small
now.
titties are
So we
nice,
can open
especially
the
when they
roll,
got the little
close
areolas.
the roll,
Oof.
tabulate the vote.
12 eyes.
All right, that takes us to item number 34. Called special by Mr. Hernandez for a special vote. Separate vote or comments?
Both.
Did
Comments,
he
yes.
get in a fight and somebody got his eyebrow, or does he shave his
Thank you and
shit?
congratulations,
Like
Council
Vanilla
President Pro
Ice
Tem.
and Bobby Brown
Since
and all that.
2017, vehicular homelessness data started being collected regularly.
What do you
The
guys
estimated number of campers/RV dwellings has increased 66%, and the overall number of people experiencing vehicular homelessness is up 129%. The city has created a lot of safe parking sites,
Oh, it's
conducted
definitely all
successful
me.
pilot projects like the one led by Councilmember Rodriguez's offices, that has demonstrated an ability to move people inside from RVs when resources are available. And Councilmember Rahman is leading an effort to help create a comprehensive citywide rehousing strategy for people living in RVs. But as of today, we don't have the resources or investment at the levels needed to serve people and living in vehicles. But we continue to pass OVO restrictions. And what I'm starting to see is that these restrictions are leading to more concentrations of RVs. We're seeing that starting to happen, an increase in CD1. And so we want a full analysis of the overall impact. And last week I introduced a motion asking for the CLA to report back on a number of data points that will give us a picture of how these resolutions are impacting our city overall, including a full list and map of OVO zones as well as location where RVs are allowed / can be parked. I think it's important that as a council, we review this data before continuing to limit options where vulnerable, unsheltered residents living in RVs can park. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Seeing no other speakers on the queue, we can open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 eyes, 2 noes.
Excellent. That takes us to item number 40, call special by Councilmember Park for comments. Ms. Park.
Thank you, and congratulations, President Pro Tem. I would like to invite the City Attorney and Housing Department to the table.
Just to let you know, guys, that was literally about 3 or 4 minutes after we got off yesterday. I was busy watching.
They come to the table.
That was in Amsterdam, where we always watch, and I'm always saying, well, dude, we're going to see one. And we saw one before, 2 bikes. See, and there you go, bike and a scooter cracked up.
We as a city have taken
As it gets later in the day, you know, the traffic gets so heavy, people get angry over there too. They're just on bikes and scooters.
No exception, and that's why I presented the motion before.
So I had to film that for you guys and then show you that way.
Shared what this
I'm gonna put it
motion
up on
does
Instagram.
and does
Thanks,
not
Sav.
do in
Appreciate
our
you.
Housing and Homelessness Committee. I want to
Funny, right?
underscore that once more here. This motion
Dude's
is
tired to
not
get trashed.
city approval
Bent like a
for
taco
use of
almost in the back.
to install fire sprinklers at
And the
their
homeboy fell all the way to the ground. Full bite.
It is also
Dude, it
not
fell on his leg.
simply about
Bet his leg
monitoring
fucked up.
the eviction process, as some have suggested. Rather, this motion is about creating a public platform that will ensure transparency.
No, they didn't fight.
And
All you do is see them walk off to the side of the road to get out of everybody's way. That's it. I mean, as far as I know, that's it. And then they walk out of camera's view. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they duked it out over there.
What we as a city can do, if anything, to intervene in the process and to ensure that tenants' rights are being protected. And I especially want to thank the members of my community who came to give public comment today. And I welcome the opportunity to continue
What do you mean,
working
Chief Red Cloud? You missed
with
it all.
them. So with that background
Rewind.
and context, I do have
Good
a
day,
a
too.
few
I'd
questions.
suggest you rewind.
I have heard in conversations with tenants at Barrington Plaza that they believe the use of the Ellis Act is unlawful under these circumstances because the units are not going to be
You don't like her
permanently
stuff, Tam Tam?
removed from the rental market. And so
She's a little peach.
I would expect that the report that we're seeking back to address this, but I'm wondering if there's any way that we can get an assessment or a comment from either the city attorney or the housing department on that question today.
Unable to respond in open session. If the matter were set in closed session, then the city attorney would be able to make such an analysis.
Okay, so I don't know if we have the ability to go into closed session to address this at this point, but it is something that I do think that we need
I don't
to
know. It's
have
probably a
for-
pass. I can't see it here. It's probably your ID or pass, you know, to get
Yeah, I
from
don't think
door to
we're
door.
prepared to go into closed session at this moment, Ms. Park.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, but I do hope that that information can be
Yeah, it's a
provided
pass.
to all of the members.
And it's
because I
got
think
one of those
important
things
for
so
us to
she
be
can
able to
pull it
understand
and
that
probably
as
go to
we
the
move
door
forward.
and swipe it, not have to
Maybe
take
you
the
can
thing
answer
off.
this one, though, since the
Like
eviction
I have with a
notices were filed,
lighter
can you give us
leash.
any kind of a
People
status
laugh at it,
update
but
about
you'll have your lighter the whole time. You'll never lose your lighter.
Barrington Plaza tenants are entitled to?
You go to a concert, man, can I borrow your lighter? They hit it and put it right in their pocket.
Good, Senior
Man,
Advisor, LA Housing
can I have my
Department.
lighter, dog? Oh, I'm
Thus
sorry, man.
far, in the process,
Just force a habit.
that was essentially launched with their Ellis application. 326 tenants have received relocation determinations per Interwest. our
See, like him too. That's all him, but he's combing it over too.
Only 3 of those have been appealed. That process is ongoing.
I got more respect for the comb
Meanwhile,
over than the
163
plugs.
units have claimed
That at least is
tenancy,
natural. You know it is.
And the landlord or slash owner
So.
is in the process, presumptively.
It's gonna
of
be me soon
confirming,
enough.
Each one of those. And then lastly, I think a key data point is 119 tenants have filed notices of intent to return, which I'm sure you know, and others
And you
know
could tell
that
he's
that
kind of
is
hip.
where
He got the
essentially,
sides faded
the
out,
tenant is
right?
building a
Got the
market
fade on the
saying,
sides.
"This does come back
Combed
to
over,
the
so
rental
you know.
property, they want to come back."
I get it.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right. Thank you for the update
His
on
girlfriend's
that.
probably 23, banging her.
One of the concerns that I have heard raised by tenants is that there is a plan
They have that
by the
spray to
property
fill it in.
owner to
Come on,
deduct
Terry.
accumulated pandemic rent from relocation
Little spray paint
assistance.
my head.
Is that permissible under our current system here in the city? Do we know?
Man, I'll shave my head before I be spray painting my head. That's come
My
on.
understanding is under the Ellis Act, it is. But I would
I already
defer to
got a razor. You know I used to have my hair. You guys remember when I used to shave my head? Used to shave my head all the time.
Okay.
Why? Because it's so easy to take care of.
colleagues,
Easy to
the
wash, no
Barrington Plaza
combing. It's
apartments
beautiful,
troubled
man. It's
history
cool in the
is
summer.
well known to
It's
many of us.
fantastic.
These
No
issues
waiting in
date
line. No
back,
paying for
to
haircuts.
its very first fire
It's
in
fantastic.
2013.
Everything about it is fantastic.
Unfortunately, we do not have another decade to address the
But I
very
got tired
real
of it.
life and safety risks presented
Tag your
at this
head?
building. And with the
You
Ellis
mean-
Act
oh, you mean the
evictions
graffiti?
pending now, we do need to take action to ensure that the rights of these tenants are being protected. So I would ask today that this motion be approved so that we can deliver the accountability and the transparency
Spray
that
can
the tenants
Edgar?
are asking for and that they deserve. and that we do receive an assessment back from the city attorney, whether that is a confidential or public document, that gives us some indication of whether or not we have the ability to intervene and what those grounds may be. So with that, I would ask for your eye vote.
Well, I mean, you're
Thank you.
still shampooing your head, Lobster. I mean, I'd still use
Thank you so much,
shampoo.
Ms.
I mean,
Park.
sure, you probably
Seeing
use a
no
little
speakers
less
on the
because
queue,
you don't really have hair, right?
Open the roll.
Probably a little bit less, I
Close
guess.
the roll.
But
And tabulate the vote.
12 eyes.
you're saving on
All right.
haircuts big
Thank
time.
you so much. That takes us to item number 53.
I mean, I don't get
where
expensive
understand there's a
haircuts, but my
50
haircuts are $40, and you figure every month or so, every 4 or 5 weeks
It's
for
been
sure.
read into the record, so
You
we
know?
will open the roll on that
It's
item.
$1,200 a year.
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 eyes.
Excellent. That takes us to item number 39.
Yes, sir.
Right,
and real
Sav?
quick,
I mean, some fools are paying $200 for
Hold
haircuts.
for
They're
it.
crazy, man. I see that shit on YouTube. These guys doing haircuts and
Mr.
fucking an
Corey.
hour and a half fucking
Mr.
haircut.
President,
Like,
I
fuck
hate to do
that.
this to you, but I'd like to ask that
These
we
dudes are
reconsider
like
item
straight
50
razoring around
for
my
purposes
the
of
back of
taking
my
a
neck,
voice vote.
around my ears, like with a razor,
So
hot
if I could
razor
ask
and
first
and
that item
shaving
be
warm
reconsidered,
shaving
and then
cream.
Once it's reconsidered,
That's what
we
they're
will
doing
take
for 40.
a voice roll call vote.
All right.
Hate to do this to you, but
All right. Deep into the pool. I'll take it. All right. So
you, you'll need to take your seat, and I'll need to take that back.
What are you doing in there? I know
All
it's
right.
you.
Without any indication of a change in heart or anything else, we will take
Fucking
this matter
cat,
up
man. I
first,
know he's doing something in there.
for
I can hear him.
reconsideration.
What was
So
my
on
mouth
vote
off?
for
Sorry, Woody.
reconsideration, let's open the roll.
I can hear him fucking doing something in there,
Close
man.
the roll and tabulate
Fucking
the votes.
cat.
12 eyes.
Doing something.
Thank you. So
Hopefully he's playing
the
with one
matter
of
is
his
now
toys.
before us, and we can proceed with a roll call vote. Madam Clerk.
He ate a piece of paper I really needed the other day. I left it on the counter, and now I have to like
There
say
we
like,
are.
you know what the fuck? Like my cat ate it.
Harris
People are like,
Dawson.
oh yeah, your dog ate it. No, it was my cat.
Hernandez.
Okay.
What?
And for real, he chewed a good chunk of it.
Aye.
So now I can't even leave
Krikorian.
paper on the counter.
Lee. McCosker.
Yes.
Park.
He was all sitting on it, bent it all up, and was
Price
chewing on the
absent.
corner.
Rahman.
Enthusiastically, yes.
Yeah, I know he's just being a cat.
Rodriguez
but God
absent.
damn.
Soto Martinez.
Yes.
It's not good for him to eat the paper, I'm
Yaroslavsky.
sure of it.
Yes.
Jason, thank you so much.
12 eyes.
Thank you once again, Mr. Harris Dawson, President Pro Tem Harris Dawson. Congratulations.
President Pro Tem Harris Dawson.
And if I
Now watch y'all get to work. That's what he should say right now. Oh, shit, yeah, I know what fucking Mr. Sachs is saying right now. He's fucking pissed. He's like,
What the hell's going
Mr.
on?
President,
Who
there's
changed
a request to
everything?
have item 50 go forthwith, sir.
without objection, that'll be the order.
What the
That
hell's
takes us
going
to Item
on?
number 39.
That's pretty stupid.
oh, man, I want to know what happened. I'll be honest. I think he was arrested
the
for
roll.
for
Tabulate.
battery. He battered him. He pushed him,
11 eyes.
which is battery. It's simple
Mr.
battery.
President, for the record, 11, the
Wouldn't be the
ordinance
first
for,
time somebody got arrested
number
in the chambers.
39 will be held over 1 week to June 27th unless reconsidered with 12 members present. And also for the
Eats
record,
bread in the
for
bags off
item
the counter?
1, the tabulation of ballots shall take place in room 223 of City Hall immediately following the close of the hearing and
Yeah.
will be publicly live
Matt.
streamed. For directions to access the live stream, visit clerk.lacity.org/bids. Public announcement of the tabulation of ballots is on Wednesday, June 28, 2023. Items 2 through 12, the tabulation of ballots shall take place in space 300 of 555 Ramirez Street on June 21st, 2023 at 10 a.m. and will be publicly live streamed. To access the live stream, join Zoom meeting ID number 953-8628-4393, passcode Prop 218, Public announcement, the results of the tabulation of the ballots
He
and
rips through the bag.
consideration of the final ordinance will take place in council on August 8, 2023. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Stinks. Stinks likes those little like 4 packs of
Council has motions for posting and
blueberry muffins. Comes
The
in like a
desk is
hard, like a
clear, sir.
clamshell plastic
Members,
covering.
announcements.
Man, he'll be biting at those, and
Mr.
I'll hear
Hernandez.
him. And I'll going in there, and he's sitting there trying to get into it. He likes
thank you, Council
those.
President Pro Tem. Colleagues, I would like to invite everyone to a Pride Month luncheon tomorrow, Wednesday, June 21st, co-hosted by CD1 and the Civil.
Which one was that, Savage?
The Civil and Human Rights Department. We will send around a flyer later today with more information, but the lunch will be from 12 to 2 in the forecourt. We are also really excited to host the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence and receive a blessing from them, as well as hear from our friends at the
Receive a
Trans
blessing
Latina
from them?
Coalition and Gender Justice LA. There will be delicious food from our district and music to celebrate an eventful Pride Month. So y'all are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So you got
Mr. Hernandez, any other
you
announcements?
got blessed by some
All right, seeing
transgender
none, I'll ask
folks
that we all rise for adjourning motions.
that aren't real, priests or priestess or
my left.
adjourning
motions to our right.
or whatever. Not definitely not Mother
Thank
Teresa.
you so much, everyone.
They're not real nuns. Oh, and I guess that's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they decided to go home. They've done enough work for the day. They've heard enough of you guys mouthing off to them, saying, "Hey, you guys are mean. We're going home right now. We don't like you guys no more. You guys are always mean to us. All we do is work really hard for you guys, and all you guys do is be mean." That's it. It's a sad deal. It's a sad deal. Go Dodgers. That's it. It was a good one, man. Like I said, hopefully I'll smoke this last one with you guys. Smoke. Hopefully Mr. Sachs is all right and didn't get arrested. We're here in Key West. The Elbow Bar is empty, so we'll go watch here. So yeah, man. Oh, child lady, don't get it. Yeah, man. So another bullshit day. We do have a session tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. As long as Spectrum permits it. I don't know. They've been funny. They were telling me today about some... It's funny, dude. They sent me a router and a modem, right? And out of the blue. And then I call them up and I'm like, hey, because I don't want them to like start charging me like I fucking order. Like, oh, no, we know you didn't order it. We're sending it out to all our customers. Make sure you have the correct router and modem in order to get the proper speed. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, I don't need it because I already have my own and I've already gone through your bullshit. You know what I mean? And of using your router and having problem after problem, and then you guys come and give me another refurbished router. So I went and got my own Netgear router. Okay, a long time, about 3 years ago now. Because I think you guys might remember when I first moved here, we were having a lot of trouble. So I had them come out, and they came out a whole bunch of times, man. I mean, like 7 times. So they keep sending me emails, and they gave me some email warning today. You must change your device. And I called them and I said, hey, like I said, you better come, they said, well, you can come drop the device off. And I said, well, I didn't order it. I'm not wasting my gas nor my time to go drop it off. So if you guys want to come pick up the device, it's still in the box, you can do so. Or have, UPS or whatever come pick it up, whoever the hell dropped it off, because I just came home and it was sitting there. Okay, well, we'll arrange that. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to watch the bill. I better hope that it's not on there. So here we are, and now I'm getting these emails, So you know how it is. One hand doesn't talk to the other. So I hope they don't stop the service today. That's all I can hope. But, I think we should be fine. Yeah, try to scam, man. Because, again, if you look at your bill, it's like, $10, $11 a month for the stupid router and modem combo. That's a good charge every month, and then at the end of the year, that's a few $100, or sorry, $100 some odd. You know what I mean? But anyways, point being is I don't want their old bullshit. So knock on wood, since we bought the other one, we've been all right. You know, so I just think that's what they're trying to do. And I think to myself, they've probably did do that to everybody, right? So now a lot of the folks, like, you know, my mom or somebody, was just going to, oh, okay, what's the new router? I'm just not going to even question it. You know, maybe my router is no good, the one I bought, saying to themselves, you know what I mean? And then they'll just switch it, okay? Because now they're being coerced in it. And next thing you know, they've made a couple $100,000, if not a few $1 million in rental fees every month to people that didn't really have to do it. You know? There needs to be class action. Alfredo, I mean, I assure you, it wouldn't be the first thing that company nor anybody else has done. You know, it's just the games they play, man. And it's really sad because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, older folks, they're not even going to question it. They're just going to, okay, well, I got it. It's new. Here we go. And, you know, you never know. It's probably like, oh, the new one's now $12.99 as to where the other one was $8.99 kind of shit, too. I wouldn't even doubt it. I wouldn't fucking doubt it. And then they're going to explain to them, well, you need that equipment to get the speed faster. You know, well, you should be providing the equipment with the already, you know, with the contract that we already have in place, you know. That should be on the provider, not on the, you know, customer, in my sense. I mean, dude, yeah, you do class action, so what, Tony? Everybody gets $4. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna get $4. Like, come on, man. At that point, it's like, come on. Doesn't make no sense. Makes no sense at that point. Yeah, Terry. I mean, I could totally see a class action happening. You know, there would be definitely some lawyers that would love it if the prestige had taken a big corporation down. And again, they're getting a good percentage, so it makes sense for them. But, you know, for the little guys like us, it doesn't make much sense. We're each getting $8 and, you know, in the mail or something. It just sucks. They'll figure in the class action. Absolutely. Like I was telling you, they get the $1 billion fine, and they're laughing at you because they already made $3 billion on the whole transaction. Okay, fuck it. Well, we still got $2 billion out of the joint. So it just sucks, man. And you know, I got to be honest. You know, I wouldn't use Spectrum, but to be really fair, even with them, okay, to be deadly honest, they provide the very fastest speed for the best money. Now, I'm not telling you that there's nobody with the very same speed, even for more. Does that make sense? Like, even if there's one that's, okay, well, I want to go with Verizon because they're better, even though it's $10 more for the same speed. Nobody has it here. There is no fiber in my area. It's just, I'm kind of stuck. You know what I mean? So it's either them with the fastest internet for pretty much the cheapest price because they're the monster. You know what I mean? That's how they're affording to do that. They're the Walmart in a sense. You know what I mean? Of the internet world. So they're able to afford that or you know, or offer that. And yeah, I mean, it just makes sense for me as a consumer. Not to mention, I've been with them when they were, you know, it was something before. What were they before? Was it Time Warner? What was Spectrum before? It wasn't AT&T. Was it AT&T? It might have been. I can't remember. It was somebody. Can't remember who it was. Whoever it was. It was Time Warner. Okay, so it was Time Warner. Okay, yeah. So I was with them when it was Time Warner. And I've been like grandfathered in because I've been there so long, and that's another thing they want me to do. They keep bothering me to change my plan. Why? Because they will end up making more money on that plan and giving me less, but they have to give me more because I'm one of those old ass customers that's never switched over. So no, it definitely wasn't Charter in my area. It was Time Warner in my area. And just, you know, they always push you to do these stupid things. Well, don't you know you get a little better speed here if you just change your plan? Yeah. Just don't worry about it. Just give me what you're giving me. You barely give me what you're offering now. So, yeah. And I tell them just like that. You can barely give me what you're offering now, which is dead honest. You know, there's a lot of problems and times where they go down. So, like I said, hopefully they don't interrupt the shit. I don't have to go through the madness of getting online with them. So let's hope. Knock on wood. There's no interruption. But, yeah, man, it should be fun tonight. Should be fun tonight. Last night was pretty wild. I mean, fuck, we were all, while we were on for that chase, or 5 minutes that we watched it, that shooting, that was crazy, man. That shit was all over the YouTubes. Yeah, I think it was a good movie. I mean, a good movie. A good show today, Joe. I do. I wanted to see Mr. Sachs. And you know what's funny is, because they called him earlier. I know they did. That's why I was all excited. And again, it was to the point where he got to that last one and he said, all right, well, that's it. So it's like, I don't understand why you call somebody's name. He was clearly there. And then you just decide that's it. So he might have been pissed at that. And then that dude said something to him and he turned around and pushed him. Because dude was trying to come at him, get in his face. So Mr. Sachs pushed him away. And I'm telling you, Mr. Sachs pushed fucking Mr. Herman the other day too. Because he was wearing the swastika. He doesn't like that. So I'm telling you, Mr. Sachs is a fighter, man. He'll fight you, dog. And he ain't a small dude. I'm telling you, that dude's at least 6 feet to 6'2". Bet. He's not tiny. Not a tiny dude. So I could see it. I could see him swinging on your ass. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you later tonight. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like I always say, thank you so much for everything. The likes, the love, the retweets, the thumbs ups. Those are really important and all that stuff. I will see you at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, like I said. So please adjust to your time zones properly. And I guess that's it. So I'll see you soon. Peace, y'all.
Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back.